That dog better not start barking. He decided to show himself in my room. With me. If he starts barking, then I'm going to have to deal with that. Let's get back to what we were doing when we left off. This. Yeah, the real endgame. So I'm going to be on the defensive for this. Damn, I was hoping to just eke out the win there. I'm gonna lose at this rate. Yeah, I'm gonna lose.
I win this round.
I was doing so good
Let's
too.
get started.
All I have to do is win. Is it that difficult?
Congrats. You win, fair and square.
That was close. No way. I'm not gonna snag the top rank in Palm. I only noticed it now myself. Very impressive. Yours a ranking? Where do you check that? Well, you can't. The app's still in development, so the ranking isn't currently available to players. But everyone's scores are being kept track of, and the hidden ranking gets updated daily. Right now, you're number 1, Reen. Congratulations. Thanks. I think it's mostly down to luck, though. I agree. Oh no, it has nothing to do with luck. Princess Claudia? It is so surprising. Is it so surprising that I would join this discussion? I'm quite the passionate Pom player myself. I suppose I did overreact a little. A bit of trivia for you, Reen. The Kingdom of Virl is one of Pom Pom Party's sponsors. And what's more, there's a prize for getting the top rank. Indeed, I'll have it sent to the Courageous 2 at once. Oh, Master Quartz. Seems pretty powerful, too. That's because it's a brand new type, developed by the ZCF in collaboration with the Epstein Foundation. I'm sure you'll make good use of its capabilities. Thank you, Your Highness. It'll be invaluable to us, I'm sure. Pom Pom Pro achievement unlocked. Erda. High HP increases magic damage, EP recovery every turn, and CP increases every turn. Wow. Okay. I like that CP increase every turn. That can get wacky. Well, we have like 2 more streets, so you have to go to the Entertainment District and East Street, right? Yeah. Thank you so much for finding Mei Ling for me. Yeah, thanks a bunch. You're really good at finding stuff. You found the brooch and me. You're welcome. I was worried sick for a while there, but now I feel like I finally let go of all the tension I was keeping bottled up. Mei Ling said she wanted to make up for it, so now we're both helping out at helping out some of the stalls around town. Feel free to drop by and say hi sometime. Welcome! We got lots of tasty snacks. Our lettuce is really crispy, and our tomatoes are really shiny, and our eggs really round. Would you like to try some? Mei Ling was so happy that she managed to finish her errands. When I see that smile of hers, there's no way I can feel down. Okay, the Business Owners Association has a job to do too. It's high time we got our act together. I saw them special support section fellers. It's true, they're still around. And if they're on the case, then maybe Crossbell has a chance to regain its freedom after all. Even when it seemed like the whole world had cast them aside, they never gave up. I must do the same. Got some buildings to check. Clarice, it's good to see you again. Your house has been empty so long, I was starting to think you were never coming back. Sorry about that, Serena. I thought it'd be better for Noelle and Fran if I left town for a little while. I only just got back when the patrols eased up. Oh, but if you had to get around security, does it mean your daughters are still working with the SSS? Shush, no, not so loud. But yes, Arios and Rishia too. They're all underground fighting the good fight. And they're planning something big. I just knew I had to come see how it turns out. No problem is ever too tough for my girls to solve. I'll always believe in them. Clarice, yes, I'm sure you're right. My darling, please watch over them. Both my daughters used to be with the military police. They even worked with the special support section once upon a time. No problem is ever too tough for my girls to solve. I'll always believe in them. Life is full of surprises. The SSS is still around, just under the radar. Whatever it is they're doing, I know they have Crossbell's best interests at heart. Those guys are heroes. If anyone can turn things around, it's them. Nice little callback to Noelle. We didn't see her in this game, so she must be busy. Listen up, Mugo. I helped out my mother by finding good deals at the market today, and she saved 200 mira thanks to me. Well, a whole 200 mira? That's great. Mother always goes to whichever shop's ads look nicest, but I look for which ones had the best deals. I guess this is one way of helping out my family, huh? Yeah, of course. It made your mom happy, right? Yeah, she was really happy. And I couldn't have done it without the advice he gave me. I hate to admit it, but thanks, I owe you one. You're so grown up, Cynia. I bet you'll make a great stockbroker someday. And an awesome wife, too. What? Wife? What are you suggesting, Hugo? It's scandalous is what it is. Reminds me of that one kid in Tokyo Xanadu. Hey, what does scandalous mean? Gosh, you don't know some real grown-up words. Yeah, I'm glad I could help her figure stuff out. You kitty. Hugo should think twice before he starts talking about stuff he doesn't understand. I'm going to be a stockbroker. I won't have time for getting married or whatever. You people upstairs, too. Thank you for coming, Sophia. I'm so nervous about the war. I don't know what I'd do if I were left on my own. Don't mention it, Creel. When I heard your husband got drafted, I figured you could use someone to talk to. We're both in the same boat. There's not a lot we can do now except hope for the best. Still, spending time with you is a relief. I was worried I'd never see you after I moved away. It's so surreal to think our husbands are out there right now, just waiting for the order to start fighting. I just can't imagine it. They're both so gentle they wouldn't hurt a fly. Even if it's for a worthy cause, I can't stand the idea of the men we love becoming murderers. Oh, Creel. Even if he has to hurt people, Daddy will still be my daddy. I know it's going to be hard for him out there, but that just means we have to hug him extra hard when he gets back. Colin, you're absolutely right. That's true. I don't know what I was thinking. My husband will still be the same old sweetie no matter what happens, and so will your Harold. Mommy, you look worried. Is it about the lady with the purple hair? You always seem to know what I'm thinking, Colin. I just can't help but wonder. That song we heard at the Ark and Seal show sure was pretty, right, Mommy? Yes, it really was. There's no way I could ever forget my daughter's voice, and that girl sounded just like her. If she really did survive the fire, then I hope that she's found happiness. Nothing would bring me more joy than to know my daughter is happy. I know that war is a super duper bad thing. Daddy will be okay. He'll come home, I just know he will. It's just as Colin said. No matter where he goes, my Harold will always stay true to himself. I'll watch over what happens from here and have faith that the future on the other side of this war is a bright one. Colin grew up a lot in the time he was away. He's a little strange, learning so much from someone that much younger than me. I just have to get myself together. I'll be a new woman by the time my husband comes home. The war is finally upon us. What a shameful day for Crossbell. From what I hear, it's already having repercussions. Merchants in the RF group are starting to distance themselves from the government. Guess the honeymoon's over. There's rumors that rebel and anti-government forces are getting in on the action too. They seem pretty clued in about everything. Let's just say I know some people who like to gab. In fact, I got a meeting with some VIPs lined up after this. We need to all agree on what we're going to do from here on. Now that Mei Ling's been found, that's one less thing to worry about. I'm not sure that she should have rushed back into helping Roy at the store again so soon. But no business can afford to take too much time off. I'm grateful she's willing to support us. She'll be fine so long as she doesn't push herself too hard. Now, to be honest, the future doesn't look too bright. But when I see Roy and Mei Ling working so hard, it gives this old heart of mine hope. I think I have room for another couple of consultations. Can't let my grandkids do all the work. Little event. Oh hey, look who it is. My reasoning is sound. Well, if it isn't the kiddos. And Fee, too. Wait, the party you had last night. I hate to have to ask, but nothing happened, did it? Unfortunately not. Hey! That's all well and good. But it doesn't matter how you answered, really. One day or another, you'll get what's coming to ya. Can you blame us for being suspicious after you whisked our Fee away to some banquet? Could you make that sound a little less like I'm trying to be murdered in my sleep? But I must admit I've grown fond of it. Sigh, I'm assuming you're here to help out with our preparations? Yeah, sound like that. Besides, these guys are my regulars. Their contract just ran out, so I'm gonna be supporting you gratis for once. Just be sure to go and say hi to Stalritter at some point, Kay? Anything you say, eh? Much obliged. Don't be. Rickro's always good to me, so this is me paying it back a little. Alright, we'll open up the path for you and do your thing. The salt pail. It'll be tough to handle, but it's nothing we can't handle. Just leave it to us. It'll be tough. Whatever. But wow, it's been a damn long time since we did business face-to-face with this girl over here. Guess we ought to do some extra preparations. Let's break out the fireworks like it's the New Year. Put on a good show, will ya? I play my part, so it's your turn to pick up the baton. Fortunately, Fee didn't have much to add, just like a few lines of dialogue. Funny though. I guess we can call this one a freebie. If Jingo's been helping you out, don't see why I can't. So you better make sure you're ready. This is your big chance to shine after all. We still don't have our Earth Talisman yet. We haven't checked to see what a lot of these new quartz that we got do, did we? Ooh! I could throw that on instead of the action too, for the speed. Let's see, what is here? We have all the chrono skills, and speed plus 20. It's pretty good. Action 3 is speed plus 16. Don't I have a feint 3 somewhere? I do. That's an interesting one. We got some good stuff now. We have an extra Mars gem. That will do us some good. We can throw something on just so we can level it up. In the meantime, switch back to something else. And You get more. Eh. Can't word. This is big news. I just got a call from Kenneth. He said he saw a great guardian over at the Lake Beach of Michelin. That's the stuff of legends. Branch Chief Cerdan and the others have already headed over there to check it out. The whole of the Imperial Fishing Club is going to be there soon. If you have time, you should check it out too. Some kind of legendary fish has been spotted at the Michelin Beach. Cerdan and the others headed over as soon as they heard about it. If you have time, you should check it out too. Alright, we shall in a little bit then. We have some people to talk to. Today's the start of the war. Public transport's practically at a standstill. Nothing's getting through the Tangern Gate anytime soon. I can't help feeling nervous. Who knows what's going to happen from here on out. All things considered, that Ark and CL rehearsal went pretty phenomenally, didn't it? Cilly's grown so much. I bet Rishi is over the moon about it too. Speaking of which, she's heading every which way these days, mostly abroad. I just hope that she doesn't overdo things. Anton is right over there. I see him. It's actually a pretty big worry of mine. She does have a habit of pushing herself too hard. In any case, I hope that they'll end the war as soon as humanly possible. I can't wait for the day where Rishi and I can go on one of our little shopping extravaganzas again. And once the two of us are adults, I think it'd be really fun to have a drink together. Longnall has that special apricot wine. It'd be nice to share a few glasses. Doesn't get through Tangerine anytime soon. I can't help feeling nervous. Who knows what's going to happen from here on out? Talk to them last. They'll probably have a long conversation. Hey guys, I heard about what you're doing. You're trying to stop all this craziness, right? So this is where you've been, Anton. Yep, actually I got to see Sharon yesterday too. All my searching has paid off. I was finally able to tell her how I feel, and learned a lot about her in the process. And since it doesn't look like I'll be able to get an airship ticket for a while, I decided to hold out here. I see. Please be careful. Thank you. I'll pray to Adios for your success. Honestly, I've only gone on all these trips to try and find myself. But no matter where I went, no matter how hard I searched, I never found anything. Maybe that means there was no other me to find. That I'll always be the me I am now. And I think I'm okay with that. Now I just want to see what the future has in store for Sharon, and for the rest of you too. I'll pray to Adios for your success. We appreciate it, Anton. Thanks. Man, Ricky's not going to believe all this stuff I'll have to tell him once I'm back in Liberl. I'm rooting for you guys. Make sure you come back safely. First we hear to Ricky. I have many acquaintances in Calvert. Having to face off against any of them would be far from comfortable. But that's a separate issue entirely. One that has nothing to do with my customers. As long as there are still orders coming in, I will focus on sending the dishes out. Tiang Hoi. That's what his name tag says. If Shan Shan and the business get caught up in the fighting, then I'll fight with pots and pans if need be. And I'll have no mercy to spare for whomever I face. I wrote to my family back in Calvert. I wanted to make sure they were doing alright. They wrote back, said they were fine, and told me to just do what I want in my own way. I'm not usually one for being all gung-ho, but I figure I can throw myself into my work a little more. The owner here is really supportive too. This is no time for being gloomy. I just gotta shake it off. It's almost time for the war to start, and with it Operation Shining Steel. The obviously can't be seen taking sides, but if you need any extra intel, you know who to call. Much appreciated. Thanks. Your next piece is taking you to the front lines, right? We are. After all, it seems that Crossbell is going to be a pivotal front in this war. It's an intimidating task to be sure, but we can't get any first-hand intel without facing a little danger. I think we're up to the challenge. Oh, and guess what? I finally got Rains to come clean to me last night. Even if it's hard with his own town, it's nice to know I can count on this guy when the chips are down. Sigh, I can't believe you wore me down like that. You really are relentless. Sounds like you're in a tough position, Rains. Well, I do feel better for getting it off my chest at least. Even on the front line, I'm still going to be leaking the up-to-minute intel to Meal Mirage. If anything, I feel kinda bad for dragging Grace into it. Don't be like that, Rains. We're partners. I know you're worried for my safety, and I appreciate that. There are times when a journalist just can't back down. We have a duty to bring the truth to light, no matter how dangerous it might be. Grace. Besides, that crazy bet of ours started the moment we released that special edition this morning. Now take me into the Valley of Death and let me do my job. This year's Pulitzer Prize is as good as mine. Even more stubborn than usual. Sometimes I wonder if I should have picked a different agency to infiltrate. Well, we better head out. We'll be doing our part, so you go ahead and do yours, okay? Thanks. We'll be counting on you. One way or another, we'll stop this world from ending. I'll do what I can to support you from behind the scenes, too. This could be the last time we get to eat at Long Lao. Is it me, or does this taste even better than usual? Sigh, you're in an extra chipper mood today. I'll be keeping up with the events as the war unfolds. Well, while I'll be mostly just a neutral observer, I'm counting on you guys to try and resolve the situation. Grace is being completely unreasonable. You have to look after her without being noticed, all the while collecting information from the front lines. With all these problems just piling up, I'll be surprised if I don't get a stomach ulcer. We got a new journal entry for Grace. Tuesday Harbor. Hayway is open. I knew you'd come. Welcome, Operation Shining Steel. Lieutenant Kayla, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are the CID and Hayway collaborating somehow? It's not as strange as you might think. Hayway was originally a mutual aid society for the immigrants from the East, after all. We made deals like this all the time back in the Republic. How was the movie? It was okay. Wonder Woman it was a very cheesy movie. Some of the stuff definitely felt like it dug into the 84 feel of what they were going for, especially in the beginning. Anyway, how's it going, Chessmaster? How are you doing? How's your Christmas day? Behind the scenes, though, naturally. We're not blind to what's going on, of course. We merely intend to make the best use of the resources at our disposal, and the CID supply of intel will give us a better sense of precisely how the world is falling apart. Then we have a deal. The CID will provide relevant intel in return for Hayway's assistance in certain matters. Agreed. I look forward to working with you, Miss CID agent. I guess this is a good thing? Yeah, they've worked things out between themselves. No need for us to question it. The plan right now is for me to stay in Crossbell and continue to carry out my duties. I'll be praying for the success of the operation. Good luck, everyone. So that eyesore of a fortress above Heimdall really does seem to have the power to destroy the world. The Imperial government are having a damn field day. I'll show them what Hayway can do. We'll at least throw a wrench into their works. For my future and for Ellie's too. Guess these feelings about Ellie are what motivates them. But hearing him talk like that is strangely reassuring. What about all of you? You're prepared, right? Won't want to leave anything unfinished, or worse, unsaid before you go. Of course, that's why we're going around talking with literally everybody. There seems to have been movement at Orcus Tower. As the Great Twilight becomes more acute, its influence starts to spread to the Imperial Defense Force too. Perhaps I should get her to look into that for me. How will the world end up? Well, it is as Master Shin said. I feel we must also ascertain this ourselves as well. We are expecting great things from Operation Shining Steel. With the Elders gone, this is critical for Hayway. How will the world end up? we must also ascertain this ourselves as well. We are expecting great things for Operation Shining Steel. Still stuck in the house, but it's not like you're completely socialist? Yeah. I almost considered not even leaving the house, but I was like, I made plans with friends. Might as well clean off the 2 inches of snow that fell on my car. We are planning to coordinate with Arios and Yin. We can leave the diversion and distraction tactics to Crossbell to us. We'll be hoping for your success, for Master Shin's future too. Yeah, the other guy got off to war. Sigh. It's back. Looks like it's back to flying solo for me. Never thought I'd miss Azel so much. I figured he was just your average punk at first, but the guy really grew on me, you know? Can't let myself get downhearted. You wouldn't want that. I'm gonna have to work even harder to take up the slack. Sigh. I could really use a cigarette about now. I've been clean for a while now, but after all this business with Azel and the war, it really makes a guy want to slip in a puff or two. Merry Christmas, delicious here, there, eat some ramen, even made a collage of Christmas TV trope. Nice. Gotta spend your time doing something. So many deliveries to make before the war starts. I don't know how I'm going to fit it all in. But this isn't just a paycheck for me, it's my pride. The reason I get up in the morning. I'll find a way, rain or shine. Better get back to it. Gonna be another busy one today. How's the conscription office doing? We're gonna keep conscription up throughout the war. You should consider it an honor to be allowed to serve in His Majesty's army. Think of that while you wait for your draft cards to arrive. The plan is to keep drafting more and more men as the war unfolds. Anyone who hasn't joined the army yet can be sure they'll be getting called up soon enough. That new guy's taken it up a notch again with his ramen. I guess there's more to it than just dumping noodles in the broth. I'll have to drop again sometime. Drop in again? We can smell everything cooking from over at the conscription office. Lots of us starting coming here out of curiosity. I'm the only noodle connoisseur who comes here daily, though. Maybe I'll recommend this place to some friends. Always thought Koki still had long ways of coming, but looks like it's all finally starting to soak into him, like good bones and good broth. Guess that Azel fella must have really lit a fire beneath them. But they're not the only ones. The SSS and the Ashen Chevalier are really making some of themselves, too. It's good to see the young folks still have some spirit on them. If you can eat in the day with something sweet to snack on it, then this Christmas will be pretty good. Good to see the young folk haven't totally given up the ghost. My disciple still has a lot to learn, but he's getting there. If he puts in the work, maybe he'll be good enough to inherit this place in, I'll say, 10 years. How are you doing, Koki? We've been getting more and more soldiers come by lately, and they all say they like my noodles. Can you believe it? They didn't choose the wrong path in life after all. Feels like I can finally keep my promise to Azel now. I'll bet Wald and the Saber Vipers ain't slowing down for a minute, either, wherever they are. I gotta make a real noodle artisan out of myself, and soon. That way I can face them with pride the next time we meet. Can't help but feel nostalgic for the past. My friends and I used to be the devils of the downtown district. Lots changed since then, but the bonds of our brotherhood stayed the same throughout it all. Wald, Dino, Slash, Jed. I want to treat them all to some top-class ramen someday. And I'm sure they would enjoy it. Maybe we could even be around for that if they would actually program it. In the game, of course. Okay, materials, check. Distraint order, check. Seems like I got everything. Rainer, looks like we're just in time to catch you. Hey, Makias, I was just on my way out. Where are you headed? Well, I've got nothing to hide. I'm going to the Governor General's office for an inspection. Oh, for real? You bet. It got delayed a couple of months ago, but it's going through this time for sure. Lysenko's have been passing us evidence of the government's illegal dealings, and now we finally have enough to hold them accountable. We'll start by inspecting the Governor General's office to get a hold of some more decisive evidence. That'll really let us tackle some corruption. I see. Going in while Rufus is gone sounds like a good way to catch them off guard. Exactly. It's not that I'm afraid of the Governor General or anything. I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. I've no doubt your path will be no easier than ours, but perhaps this risky plan of yours will pay off. There's always a chance Tower Security will try to throw me out, but I'm not worried. Denying me access is practically admitting they got something to hide. I win either way. Oh, I get it. That means they're doing something shady, right? I'm sorry I can't go with you, Rainer. I wish you luck, all the same. I'll be with you in spirit. Thanks, Machias, and don't worry, you've done plenty to help me out already. Now it's my turn to show the world what an inspector of the Government Accountability Inspector can really do. I'm looking forward to hearing about how your plan works out, too. Right, let's both do our best. I've got proof of the illegal tactics they used in Crossbell to confine the SSS members. I've got my distraint order with me, so there's no hiding behind the national mobilization law as an excuse. And if they try to throw me out, that's tantamount to an admission of guilt. I win either way. Right, let's both do our best. Last minute American Dad Christmas episode popped up. Alright. Have fun with that. I heard Arkansas had a preview performance the other day. Apparently it was really something. You hear the cheers and applause from the next district over. Come to think of it, Crossbell streets hadn't been that lively for a while now. Balking to all the pressure the Empire put on us to make it feel like things would never be that way again. If we truly want the old Crossbell back, we'll all have to do some serious thinking about our futures. Crossbell ship is gone. Welcome to Michelin Wonderland. We're open for business as usual. Although we may have to start shortening our opening hours in the future. Huh.
I'm pretty much guaranteed to get a bite here.
So what's going on here? Why is there an event? Is Yona here maybe?
It's my turn! I'll handle this.
Alright, let's see. There's some kind of event down here.
It looks strong. Watch out!
Ready!
Now's our chance! It's down!
They're mine!
This is it!
I'll handle it. It's my turn!
My turn. Yeah! Battle complete. Let's continue.
Oh, okay.
I did it!
Song is still a banger. Yep, looks like Kiona's hanging out there again. Oh, Sully's here too. Well, visit the Thor's crew. What, you guys came all this way to say hello? Just thought we'd check in is all. Are you analyzing today's tactical data? Yeah, I have it pretty much set up. Got access to data from the Courageous too, you guys and allies scattered all over the place. Not to mention visuals on the Viceland troops and the Imperial Army. Put it all together, and we've got a pretty good pick of the overall stitch. That's impressive. You resort to hacking to access all that data? Nah, we just had one of the Army's data division guys give us a little in. Believe me, we got this data fair and square. No felonies required. It was still kind of a gray area. But hey, none of it was explicitly illegal, you know? There's no risk of us getting booted from the system in the middle of a battle or anything like that, at least. Oh, and by the way, that systems engineer helping us out, also a Thor's graduate, he's with the Arc Royale. The A Division, huh? That's the same as computer and network technology. You think it's Stefan? Man, he's the last person I'd expect to go along with something like this. Hey, having connections makes all the difference, right? So many people being affected by this whole mess. Ilya, Rishia, everyone back home in Northumbria. I want to do my part too. But unlike me, you and the SSS get to actually go and fight up close. It kinda sucks, honestly. Oh well. Least I can do is guard this guy if any IDF patrol officers stumble upon us. That's as vital a job as any. Best of luck. Least you can do... Look, I don't need a babysitter, okay? Uh-huh. Remember when you face planted over your own feet while we were running away? Roberts asked me to look after you. You wouldn't last a second without me. Can't a guy just go one day without having his self-respect hacked apart? Okay, guys, let's leave him be. When all's said and done, though, he's just as reliable an ally as any. Oh wait, I almost forgot something. The IDF's really been cracking down on security on Orcus Tower, but it turns out they missed a spot. What spot do you mean? Ah, that. You know the elevator to the thaumaturgical sector? Apparently it's still working. But no one's been guarding the place for some reason. No small wonder to me. They're busy enough as is. I see. Thanks for the info. I should probably consider checking it out at some point. Just a heads up, by the way. We're going to be starting operations in a few hours. I'll be counting on you two to help back us up. Got it, for sure. You can now access Orcus Tower's thaumaturgical sector again. Neat. So there's definitely something there. We're probably going to have to go through, through the whole X sector again, aren't we? I believe we went through the X sector, didn't we? Guess we'll find out. Anyway, I'll be watching how things play out for all of you, the SSS too. Please be careful out there. You gotta come back in one piece. Network setup complete. I've got the visuals now so we can get a good handle on the situation. I'll keep the live transmission running. Good luck, guys. Try not to die. That's the plan. The operation starts in a few hours. Guess I better double check the connection. Good luck, guys. Try not to die. We still have to go here, so we'll do that. Oh, conversation. Chairman Irina's here for an inspection today. Ooh. Apparently RF is making some big changes. Everyone's worried about how it'll affect their jobs. There's a chance we might get even busier from here on. This might not be a popular opinion, but I still trust RF. Now, it might be better to say I want to support the Reinfords. Good luck to all of you, and please take care of Miss Elisa. Of course. Ahem. Thank you for your support. I promise I'll live up to your expectations. This might not be a popular opinion, but I still trust RF. No. Yeah. What about the person outside? There is always one person outside. The outdoor guard. The war has given the CEO a lot to think about. Him being originally from Erebonia and all. Makes me wonder how Lady Mariabelle is faring. He isn't the type to sit by and simply watch things unfold. There's nothing I can do about it, but as an IBC employee, I can't help but feel concerned. Chairman Irina and ex-Chairman Gwyn are meeting today. They're discussing plans for boosting productivity. If you're curious, feel free to ask them about it yourself. I think we will. We'll be trading in Amorica honey. It'll be a pleasure doing business with you. Absolutely. I look forward to it. Just so you are aware, our contract's only valid until the end of the war. I don't want anyone saying I took advantage of this situation to steal Harold's supplier. Yes, I understand. I'll tell him about it when he's back. Sounds like a plan. Anyway, I'm glad we got everything hammered out. My village has more than its fair share of problems right now, but none of us are giving up. We'll take back our future with our own hands. I managed to find a supplier in Amorica village, but the deal's only until the end of the war. It's going to be on a much smaller scale than I'm used to, but I'm hoping customers will be attracted to the specialty product. This could be my big chance to finally break into the Crossbell domestic market. The nearest battlefield to RS main office in Ruhr would be the Nord Highlands. Compared to Crossbell, they'd still be a ways away from the fighting. It'd be a lot safer for Chairman Irina if she returned to Ruhr. But from all these extra meetings she's been scheduling lately, it looks like she doesn't intend to leave anytime soon. Crossbell is likely to suffer the most from this war. I'm very concerned about this branch as both a security guard and an employee of the Reinford group. I'd really prefer if the chairman and the others would evacuate to the HQ in Ruhr. We had to temporarily halt operations for all divisions while we re-examine our production lines. The restructuring could take quite a while. If I had to take a guess, I'd say this is a cunning scheme to stop the Erebonian government from interfering for a bit. Our chairman is a very shrewd woman. We trust her to lead the company in the right direction. You can feel the tension in the air if you step outside. Everyone's quite on edge with the war looming. Who knows how things will turn out with two powerful nations clashing like this? To be honest with you, I haven't been able to concentrate on my work all morning. Ooh, money. Due to the war, we've placed limits on the amount customers can withdraw per day. We'll also be limiting our hours of operation. Thank you for your understanding. Personally, I was relieved when I heard about this. Since my shifts are going to be shorter from here on, I better get this work done quickly. Typing furiously. Oh, that's an incredible typing speed. I think the boss has made a very shrewd decision. You never know how the war will affect our daily lives. Gwen, Irina. Mother, grandfather. Thank you for everything. Oh, it's you. I take it you've taken care of everything that needs to be dealt with before the war starts? Yeah, we have. How are things going on your end? I personally handed out the order to stop production of the Zauber Soldat line. We're also revising the armament production policies that we've let the government dictate until now. We'll need to look into the initial costs, running costs. Sigh. I won't lie, there's no way we can keep up with all their demands. We don't have systems in place to accommodate the current level of production. Even if the Imperial Army conquers Calvard, the Empire won't be able to afford the upkeep of all those troops. Looks like they won't stop though. They only have immediate goals in mind. Yes, so it seems. But we don't have infinite resources here, but we're a business, and we'll make the most of it. They could arrest us, but I doubt anyone else could run the company better. It'll eventually boil down to a battle of wills between us and the government. That's right. I doubt Heidel can do everything all by himself. Yeah, but don't overdo it, alright? Remember, you're not in this alone. We'll be doing our part too. But of course, Elisa, you'd better come home safe and bring Sharon too. Don't worry, Mother. We'll be back. Come back in one piece, Rain. You got to look out for Elisa and your students. I will, I promise. Some folk don't care what happens after the Great Twilight reaches its peak. But we can't give up on our homeland. We need to ensure it has a future. You're still young. Take care of yourselves. You must come back. Oh, the audio screwed up for a second in my headphones. The government won't be pleased with us revising the Zauber Soldat and weapon production lines. No matter, I can play hardball when necessary. Don't worry about the RF group. You have your own mission to accomplish. Return safely. Start here. The big theater. Ever since Sully's magnificent performance the other day, it felt as though a new flame has been sparked throughout the entire company. We've all been rehearsing day and night non-stop since then. There's also been word that Ilya's recovery is going smoothly. And as for Risha, I know she'll be back someday. The day when Arkansas is fully restored to its former glory may not be so far away. Sully is in Yona's computer room in the Geofront at the moment. Feel free to go look in on her. We already did. I'm confident I made a lot of progress these last 2 years, but everyone else has been improving just as much, if not more. Sometimes I feel like I'll never catch up. Still, nothing worth having comes easy, right? I better get back to practice. If only everyone could be here together, we could put on a better show than ever before. It'll happen someday. I can wait. What a show. That was the most unbridled fun I'd had on stage in a while, even if it was all on the spot. Sure, it was rough, but everyone's red-hot enthusiasm turned that coal right into diamond. I'd love to do it all over again someday with Ilya and Rishia too. Once they come back, I mean. I was so surprised with how good our new singers were. Altina, Kia, Ren, Valerie, they were all great. I'd love to do something like this again someday. Maybe once Ilya and Rishia come back. Got a letter from Theodore this morning. Seems like he's doing okay back in his hometown. But he still won't be able to get back here until after the war. Knowing him, he's going to be training every single day until he can get back on the stage. It's a relief to know he hasn't gotten caught up in any kind of trouble. But don't get me wrong, we're still rivals through and through. No way I'll let him outclass me. Back to training. Forget looks, it's skill that matters. It's a relief just to know he hasn't gotten caught up in any kind of trouble. Yeah. Celine? I've been working a side job at Michelin, but I managed to get the day off today. With everyone else doing their best to be here, I couldn't possibly stay away. It's too bad Sully had something she couldn't get out of, but the show must go on. And all that. We're gonna rehearse till we drop. I was kind of worried about this at first, like, is it really appropriate for us to put on a show when there's a war about to start? But the way I see it, if there's anywhere we can make a difference, it's right up on that stage. We're gonna rehearse till we drop today. Nobody else is in this room. We pretty much talked to everybody outside already, so... Buildings. A lot of our best staff members got drafted into the army. Even with fewer guests staying here, it's still difficult running the place with the skeleton crew. We want the staff to have gone to war to have a place to come back to, though, so hiring replacements is out of the question. One way or another, we'll persevere. We don't need to rest. Rest is for the weak. With Aaron managing the front desk, I'm taking on some of the concierge duties. We don't get too many guests these days, but that's all the more reason to take care of the ones we do have. Except for that one. We don't like that one. We've been discussing the idea of leaving some rooms up to... opening some of our rooms up to troops home on leave once the war gets underway. Or some of the rooms. Who knows? I've got to do my best too, so that the service I'm providing is just as good as Aaron's. My heart still races a little when I think back to Arkansas's show. We shall definitely visit Crossbell again once the war is over. I'd almost given up on seeing Arkansas perform. If only I'd managed to see it via monitor. It was truly satisfying. I'd feel a fool for doubting the manager's word. Pulling up horribly still? What do you mean my account's been suspended? You can't expect me to just pack up and check out before the end of the day. Where am I supposed to go? I can't even buy a train ticket to go home. Daddy, please pick up the phone. I need your help. I don't really get what's going on, but it seems like he was scolded pretty seriously. Please, Daddy, pick up the phone. I need your help. I don't want to end up on the streets. I'm too beautiful for that. So take a job as an escort like that one dude who couldn't pay his bills in Raquel. Must have been 20 years since I last worked the front desk. These days, the job requires being familiar with the Orbital Network, among other responsibilities. But I'm willing to do my part in keeping Hotel Millennium up and running. I want Rael to know he's leaving his post in good hands. Looks like Dario Giscard will be checking out today. His father was apparently very upset with him, but that's life. You have to take the rough with the smooth. Goodbye, Dario. You will not be missed. Let's take the stuff on this side first. It turns around fast. When the stupid war ends, there'll be celebrations after we win, right? Happy troops eager to part with their money? Well, with me, so long as they line my pockets while they do it. Oh, you're the kids who were with the SSS. Thanks again for earlier. No worries. Maybe you can come by my club sometime so I can thank you properly. And Eric, I'm sorry if I had you worried. It's fine, Sandra. I'm just glad I get to mix cocktails for you again. Playing it cool, huh? I'm just glad I get to mix cocktails for you again. Okay, same dialogue on every single thing. Disappointed. All sorts of information finds its way to me. That's why I know not to focus on the war. The rivalries and what happens behind the scenes are what will really decide our future. I'm betting my money on the Radiant Wings. If you all mess things up, I'll be losing a fortune in stocks and such. So you better get things done right. We have no choice now but to win. If you all mess things up, I'll be losing a fortune in stocks and such. Yeah.
What'll it be? What? Done already?
We'll go right through here and head right to the geofront. Right? Question. What do I think of time loop plots? If they're done well, they're good. If they're not done well, then they're bad. Like Steins Gate. Good. I've heard Edge of Tomorrow is good, but I need to see it. Groundhog Day is good. I honestly don't have many examples of ones that are done bad, honestly. But I do know there's a slippery slope when you abuse time loop plots, and they turn to absolute garbage. Well, they pull that shit on this Christmas episode. Alright, Proprietor Drake. Imperial Fortress, huh? Lived long enough and... Why is that dog scratching my carpet? No. Stop it. Imperial Fortress, huh? Live long enough and you see some really weird stuff. I don't remember the last time something like this happened. Was it when the Azure Tree showed up? Schwarzer, I see an unwavering resolve in your eyes. Sigh, maybe it's a waste of time to tell you this, but try not to be too reckless, for the sake of your loved ones. Mr. Drake. I'm hoping I'm not wasting my breath here. Maybe. Oh, I feel kind of lonely now that so many of our regulars aren't around anymore. Still, I can't let it show. I've got to greet everyone with a smile like always. So, welcome to Barca Casino. Please make the most of your time here and have lots of fun. Anything new here? If you look at Calvert and Erebonia purely in terms of numbers, the result is fairly obvious. The war is decided by more than just manpower. Other nations might get involved too. There's no way of telling how things will turn out. If you were to ask me for my personal opinion, no, I should keep that to myself. It's a bit inappropriate to bet on the outcome of war. I bet all my mirror on the Radiant Wings. It's been a while since I came here last. I remember it being a lot more lively. I guess that can't be helped, well, with the war and everything. Let's see, same setup. Stan's controlling everyone. Everyone defies him, then an event at the mall ended with the whole place being consumed by a tsunami of fire, leaving Stan as the sole survivor. Okay. That's a 0 to 100 very quick. People need somewhere to relax, so it's natural that we've been getting more customers since the war was declared. But I think you could win big in a place like this and still not feel any different. It's part of my job to keep an eye on people and steer them away from developing an obsession with winning. The owner is a man of principle. He cares about his customers, not just about profit. He wants us to be a place where people can relax and enjoy themselves. We never allow customers to place bets beyond their means.
Now.
Good guy
It's my
casino
turn.
owner.
All right.
No, we're not going that way. We're going down here. We gotta make our way to the thaumaturgical sector, which I'm pretty sure is all the way through here. No, it's not. Never mind. How do we get to the thaumaturgical sector? I honestly cannot remember. Let's go this way, I guess. Okay. Ren's chilling here. Oh, I've seen... Ren is seeing her father off to war. I see. That's what's going on here. Let's see. Let's go with your thing, Chessmaster. With the power of a fortune from a fortune cookie, he has to prevent the disaster from happening, but the number of time loops are limited to the lucky numbers on the back. Okay. That's a funny way of having it. With American Dad, you just have to not take it seriously, because it's a comedy. That's...
You're heading back to the fortress, aren't you? Leaving behind your poor wife and kid to go get yourself killed.
Harsh, but not entirely untrue. My squaw and I will be dispatched as soon as its last shipment is sorted out. I heard about you from my wife. It's an honor to meet the young lady who saved my son's life. What's the matter? You seem fixated on my hair. Is it that rare to find someone with the same color as you? Sorry for staring. You just reminded me of someone. Miss Bright, was it? Tell me, wouldn't you worry if you were forced to go off and leave your family on their own? Nope, sure wouldn't. My father's a total hypocrite, but he's got a good heart. My brother tries to act cool, but he's a big softy on the inside. Then there's my sister. If the sun sprouted legs and ran around spouting positivity, that'd be her. They'd all do just fine without me. Well, now, they certainly sound like a wonderful family. Your first name is Ren, correct? I was wondering, does the name Rennie... Sergeant Major, message for you. We're to return to Tangram Fortress at once and mobilize according to schedule. Understood. I'm afraid I have to go. Farewell, Harold Hayworth. May Adios watch over you. Do your best to survive, if only for one more day. That might be enough for you to see your wife and son again. Ah. Yes, I'll be sure to do that. Thank you, Miss Bright. Speaking with you has steeled me for what's to come. When all this is over, perhaps you can join us for dinner sometime. Naturally, the invitation extends to your family as well. Yes, thank you, I'd love to. There was some weird, shenanigans going on with the word pacing there. Ren, was that your...
I did what I came to do. I have no more regrets about my past. As for the future, well, that all depends on whether we can overcome the Great Twilight.
You know what? You're right. You and Estelle are supposed to meet up today, right? On a certain railroad in Sutherland? Would you like us to take you there on the Courageous too? Thanks, but no thanks. I have my own ways of getting around. Goodbye for now, Reen. Let's do what we can to make this plan a success. Right. See you again sometime. Ren left and headed to Sutherland. And now we gotta figure out exactly how we get to the thaumaturgical sector of the place. I can't remember. Why can I not remember? Was there a trial just in the thaumaturgical sector? If there is, we can teleport there. But I don't know if there is one. There is not one. Okay. That's a shame. Do I want to know how the situation was fixed? Sure. Why not? I'm gonna look it up because I honestly cannot remember. Okay, I'll use somebody else's walkthrough, and maybe I'll find my way there. It's the entire freaking play. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to probably go back one part, but the problem is I can't find out where that is. I don't think it was this way. It's the F sector. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe if you go to this place, we'll find the entrance. We go through it part by part. This can't be it. It doesn't work out. Because that's a computer room right there. So how do we get back to the thaumaturgical sector?
Let's go.
How do we get there? So let's see. So the situation in American Dad getting fixed. After finding out his family members went off to do their own thing besides what he asked. After many time loops, he spent the last 3 with each member, getting piercings with Francine, playing basketball with Haley, accidentally ruining Steve's secret attempt to pay off a blackmailer. Rogers' webcam when he was shaking hands with the mailman. I am like actually irritated how I can't figure this stupid crap out. Okay, why can I find this? Because it's actually pretty irritating. I guess I'll look up Cold Steel 4 walkthrough and see if I can find it. Finale. Day 1 to 3 side content. Yeah. Okay. So nobody's stating anything about that junk. Well, apparently they say the thaumaturgical sector is open, but it isn't. I mean, I don't know why. I just can't find it because it's not here. Let's see. To get there, move to Geofront X Sector 2. The north exit there will take you to Orcus Tower. Once you enter the tower, you can quick travel to sections of the tower. Oh. The door I wasn't able to go through before is now open. Okay. So it was locked before, but after I did that one piece of dialogue, it is now open. Screw you too, game. Yes, we want to go to the thaumaturgical sector. Still got the best music going. I wonder. You can't fast travel to it, right? It says nothing's new, but I doubt that there's nothing new. So I'm just going to plow my way through this whole place. Possible something might be on the rooftop.
See a powerful enemy. Take caution.
That'd be my guess. Anything even here? Okay. Those are all the buttons to turn everything off. Is it good to listen to this music again? Alright, top floor. Take the elevator to the roof? Sure. This is all we can do then. Ooh, shiny. Ooh, very shiny. That's right, Professor Schmidt used these to make some powerful weapons for us way back when. It's just a small piece, but we should have enough to make a whole weapon if we collect 3 of them. Might be a good idea to try and find them all. You can now forge Black Sumerian ore weapons in workshops. Neat. Very neat. But let's head to the field exercise campsite. We can finally leave Crossbell since we actually figured out how to get the hell out of there. Get what we need. We've run a full suite of tests on our Panzer Soldats. I'm confident we'll be able to deal with whatever comes up. We're not just citizens of Eravonia, we're Thor students. Failure is not an option. The branch campus students have done some great work too, but we're just getting started. The kids from the main campus are all fired up. That's good to see. This isn't just about the Empire anymore. We're talking about the fate of the entire world. It's a lot of pressure, but we won't back down. We'll give you all the support we can. You guys just concentrate on moving forward. Hey Patrick, how are things going over here? Come for an update, have you? As you can see, we've made use of a gap in their defenses to move the Derflinger to this region. With careful tactics, I'm certain we'll be able to strategically disrupt Operation Jormungand from here. For my part, the Orc Royale is on standby over the eastern part of the Empire. With so many Thor students alumni coming together, it's going to be a truly spectacular military operation. It's an honor to be working alongside all of you. We're just performing the final checks on our Panzer Soldats. Once the hostilities begin, we'll give you as much backup as we possibly can. Please stay safe and come back alive. Of course, all of you be careful too. Thank you, all of you. Try to make the most of the time we have left. Whatever happens, let's give it everything we've got and fight without any regrets. Well said. We'll meet again, Schwarzer. Depend on it. It may be presumptuous of me to say, but I'd like to ask you to help Prince Cedric. I'm sure you all can get through just about anything. I couldn't hope for better rivals. We'll do our utmost here as well. You just concentrate on coming back safely. Got it. You be careful too. I'm sure you all can get... yeah. Set your mind at ease. There are many skilled alumni aboard the Ark Royale. Rest assured, these matters are in capable hands. And with so many Thor's alumni working as one, you can be sure this operation will be a spectacular success. You've nothing to be afraid of, no matter what lies ahead. I know that as students of Thor's, we can overcome anything. Schwarzer, and the rest of you ladies and gentlemen, we'll meet again, so take care until then. Of course, you too, Patrick. Then we have a few people in the Derflinger to talk to. The anticipated battalion movement calculations are completed. All that's left now is to wait until operations commence, right? Yeah, I think that's about it. The fate of the world could be decided by the battle we're playing a part in. It's a pretty scary thought, if I'm honest, but we took an oath. There's no turn back. So let's make it through this to ensure that we do get to see that tomorrow. Yeah, there's no way you can just give up now that Thor's reputation's on the line. We have no intention of being bested by these circumstances or the branch campus. We're going to give everything we've got. If we can't make it past today, then Erebonia, no, we won't see you tomorrow. The truth might be hard to bear, but we need to accept it and face the future. Is Derflinger car 1 and 3, it said? Yeah. Oh, hey, look who it is. I see you're going about taking care of all your unfinished business. And I see that you're all squaring things away for our operation. That's right, we'll be on board the Derflinger to help balance our forces. And we're taking the Hector and Kestrel with us. I haven't piloted a Soldat since my days at the Academy, but don't sweat it. I have more than enough passion to make up for it. I swear, Emily, it's always all or nothing with you. Though to be fair, we both got excellent grades in our Panzer Soldat training exercises, so I imagine we'll be just fine. That's a relief. Hey, did you notice something? We've got all the members of the old lacrosse team back together. Hi, that's right. I hardly even considered that. How delightful. I always hoped I'd get to see you all again. This isn't exactly what I had in mind. But a team's a team. Let's get out there and give 'em hell, ladies. Fight on, lacrosse club. Fight on. That was so embarrassing, Emily. Why would you have us do that now? Yeah, Theresa and Emily were a little down for a while there, but it seems like this helped cheer them right back up. Looks like I never thought I'd see the day, but it looks like we've got the Thor's Lacrosse Club together for the first time in a long while. Elisa and Ferris have really grown. They developed into such dependable women. We're gonna make sure we don't get left in the dust, like Emily said. We have to give this our all. Now I'm really fired up. Sure, all we ever did in the Air Force was fly ships around, but back at Thor's, nobody could take us during Panzer Soldat training. Now we finally got a chance to get back in action. No better way for us to make up with you than using our full power, right? That's very you thought, Emily. I'm looking forward to it. And to think it's already been 2 years, and that so much has happened in that time. The one thing I could rely on, however, is the ever-increasing strength of our bond. I won't allow something so trite as the end of the world to close the book on our friendship, Elisa. Let's ensure that does not happen. You bet, Ferris. Stargazer's Tower. So what could possibly be going on here? There's a trial chest. Green's last trial chest, probably. I wanted to change the scenery, so I thought it'd be nice to come out here to the highway with Tululu. It's really creepy. I wonder why Tallulah seems fine. It might be better to stay home and listen to updates about the war on the radio, but that's not much fun either. The highway around Crossbell is practically my backyard. There's something ominous in the air. Am I the only one who's noticed? Don't worry, we're aware too, but you shouldn't be out right now. It's not safe. Don't linger longer than necessary. I won't. Thank you. By the way, please, take this. It's your album and EP Charge 4. I carry these around just in case. They may come in handy. Thanks, I'm sure they will. I'm well-traveled, but even I've never come across such a menacing aura before. You should be very careful. It might be dangerous if you go any farther. Really? Okay, this leads back to Ursula Road. There's no in-between point. Okay. Wait a minute, I've seen Steins Gate. It's one of my favorite anime of all time. I need to rewatch it sometime. Let's see. Reen, Ash, Laura, and Gaius. Okay, so we need to go back to the Courageous. Reen, Ash, Laura, and Gaius. I've also seen Steins Gate 0. Pretty good. Nice additional content. It's a good add-on. People have been telling you to watch it. It's really good. It is really good. Alright, let's break this in. What's our final fight?
A worthy opponent.
Gildergan.
Arcus activate!
Ah. Why? Let's see.
Hold fast! Black tortoise formation!
Alright, get that scanning. Gilderganon. Large black cryptid with electric powers and a stormy disposition. Scorches its foes with lightning bolts.
Yeah!
Lightning bolt! All miss.
An opening. I'll handle this. Triumph! My turn.
My turn. Let's go. Roar! Helix strike! Take this, now! It's mine! Leave it to me.
I'll handle this.
Oh, that's annoying.
Not on my watch!
I'll handle this. Right.
I got this. Take this! It's down!
An opening.
I'm up!
Ooh, we got nightmared.
It's my turn! Cut through! It's down!
An opening.
Let's go. Ignite! Crimson Lotus formation! Let's go. Oh, now! It's mine!
Unleash Thunder Beast.
It's It's my turn. Crimson Slash.
Sure.
Now. It's down. There. Let's go.
Weak to fire.
Yeah.
My turn. Great! It's off balance!
An opening. I'm up. Crimson Slash. It's my turn. Roaring, sweep them away. It's down. It's mine.
Have I tried breaking down with Demon Unchained? I have not. That is a that is something I should definitely do.
My turn.
I got this.
Yeah. Yeah. There. It's my turn.
Triumph! Avalon Heart!
It's my. Let's fall back. Thunder Fan! It's down! It's mine!
Sure.
Now, here's dessert!
That's what you get for being careless.
That should be all the trial chests, I think.
Ha! Done already?
Tempest reached level 10.
I need to keep getting better.
True Howling Heavens can be used. Summons a stigma powered Holy Lance that obliterates evil. And Gold Dragon EX has been upgraded to Divine Dragon. There's our answer. Trials in the chest. Okay. All chests done then. Divine Dragon is longer critical turns. Or longer turns for the increased critical, or whatever. Yeah. Stargazer's Tower.
I got this.
Let's go!
It's my turn.
Now we should probably head back to the Courageous and get our normal team. Can't remember who I had in that slot. I think the last slot was the filler slot. We wanted Elliot, so I'll keep Elliot in the party.
It's my turn!
Beginning search.
We got mirrors again.
An opening!
I
Oh,
shall go.
okay.
Search mode activate. Scan complete.
Speculo 1, a floating cursed gem of the Netherworld. Its magic mirror reflects physical attacks.
Here I go!
What are you weak to? Everything arts related.
Activate! My turn. Ah.
I shall go.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's go. Devour.
Dark Moon is how I just obliterate these guys.
It's my turn.
Yes. Easy.
Everyone okay?
Door reached level 10. See, since she's not really in the party, we can have her use one that's not really used. Deva. No one really uses Deva. Deva kind of sucks.
Now's our chance.
Let's see, we have Octogeist, an eerie soft-bodied monster that tends to gather at spirit veins. The gas it emits steals light from enemies.
Let's go.
And Speculo 2,
Ha!
which reflects arts. A floating cursed gem of the Netherworld. Its magic mirror reflects magical attacks.
It's my turn! You can't escape!
Really? It missed the other mirror.
I shall go.
What garbage.
Rionak fire!
Wait a minute, that's counted as a, that's counted as magic,
I'll
okay.
handle this.
Good to know.
It's my turn. Crimson's now.
They're mine! I shall go. Rionak fire!
Test again.
Now!
An opening!
Worked.
My turn. Arcus activate.
Nuh-uh!
All right!
Time!
Ha! Everyone okay?
You be hurting. Good thing we have unlimited heals. Somebody stole the moon lens again. Want to keep the very nice ones free to use for whoever wants to equip them. Ash didn't even have any stuff equipped. Beautiful. Wait, you have the moon lens equipped. So you have 2 moon lenses? Okay. I'll put something better on then. Although in this slot there isn't much. That's probably a good bet.
I feel
Locked and
revitalized.
loaded.
Finish this swiftly!
Shit, it's down.
They're mine! Now, search mode activated. Scan complete.
We have Death Slugger, a tank that releases an endless barrage of shells. It has crushed countless bodies beneath its treads.
Here I go. Ha! Wide open.
An opening.
I will break you.
My turn.
Now,
I'm up. Huh, now.
They're mine. Here I come. Wide open.
An opening. Good work, Yuna. That was perfect.
Yeah, I did it. Ha, ha, there, ha. Locked and loaded.
Got a Brave Seed, another one.
There.
Finish this swiftly!
These are the arts resisting ones. Okay.
Come through now. Yuna.
It's my turn. You can't escape. Fire!
There's a lot of EP conditions in this place.
Let's do this.
Well, she's gonna kill them all in one hit, so... Eye. An ominous monster shaped like an eyeball. All who fall under its gaze depart from this world.
My turn. As your traitor.
Goodbye. Oh, they're not all dead?
Now.
It's my turn.
On a surprise.
Crimson Flash! Now!
They're mine.
All right, got it.
Yeah, quite a surprise.
There. Ha!
Don't let up. Cut through now.
They're mine.
Let's go.
Ignite.
I'll handle this. As your now.
I'll assist. Now. Target's eliminated. Move out.
Okie dokie. Vanish is fine.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Genbu. Poison and petrify, maybe?
Looks like a real tough. Watch out. This is a tough one.
Living armor.
Yeah.
A soulless armor born from alchemy. It wields a dreadnought shield and swings its axe with unusual strength.
Here I go.
Initiate. Oh, no.
It's my turn. You can't just get wide open.
An opening.
My turn.
Wow. You really just went down without a fight, didn't you? I'm quite disappointed in you.
Now. Yeah. Useless.
Ooh, death blow.
I was careless.
It's my turn. Now.
They're mine.
Always unfortunate. Always.
It's my turn. Ha! Wide open.
An opening.
Stay down.
Huh. Back up you go, full
I
health.
feel revitalized.
Ooh,
Oh, a treasure chest.
Passionate Rouge.
Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded.
Next level of Stargazer's Tower.
Seems like there's more.
Don't let up. Ignite.
Oh, perfect.
Crimson, it's down.
They're mine.
This is it.
Here I go.
Let's go.
My turn. Battle complete. Let's continue.
It looks like we're getting a decent amount of U material from this place. And there's a lot of stuff for us to break. Making bridges.
Now's our chance.
Ignite. I'm up. Devour. Let's go.
These guys don't do good against that. Okay.
I shall go. Target's eliminated. Move out.
Okay, so back to what you were saying before. People's been saying to check it out. You haven't decided yet? It has my full recommendation, if that means anything to you. We're still talking about Steins Gate. The visual novel is good, and the anime is a very good adaptation.
Locked and loaded.
Don't let up!
At least, that is my opinion. Not everybody agrees with that opinion. As is how it goes.
As you now.
I'll assist.
It's my turn! Shit!
Here I go. Time. I shall go. There.
I'll handle this.
Yeah.
Now, let's continue on.
Just tell me this, how annoying is the main dude at first? I'm not sure what you mean by how annoying is the main dude at first. You mean the whole persona thing he has going at the very beginning? I don't have any issues with it.
Looks like a real tough one. Powerful enemy. Exercise caution.
Initiate! Oh!
Yeah, let's do this. Luminous Abyss. 5S. 8 leaves technique that harvests life from the battlefield.
Eternally flow. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh.
Okay. Where you heard the guy is cocky, suffers from delusions of grandeur, basically all bark, no bite.
You can't escape. My turn. As you it's all
I kinda don't want to spoil too much at all.
Fire. There.
an opening.
I have no problems with how he acts in the beginning.
Unforgivable.
I'm up!
My turn.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's my turn. Ha!
Let's go! Shit! It's down!
They're mine.
My turn. Ha! It's off balance.
I'll assist.
So it's
I
true.
can see all that swimming practice is starting to pay off.
So it's true. Yes. Somewhat.
Wow, that's a nice looking treasure chest.
I don't wanna spoil anything. It's a really, really good show. I could spoil certain details, and I probably wouldn't do them. I also probably wouldn't do them justice when I spoiled them. But it's a good show, and it has my wholehearted recommendation.
Another chance.
Devour! Ha!
Zap.
All right. Nice work.
Then you shall watch it, and let me know what you think. I would like to hear your opinion. Just need to see who does it. Who does what?
Locked and loaded.
Don't let up! Crimson, it's down!
They're mine! Here I go!
Ignite!
It's my
Oh,
turn!
the only spoiler thing you do know is that a certain little girl will die no matter what. You just need to see who does it.
As you
Okay.
It's off balance.
I'll assist. Now.
I'm up! Shit!
All right! Ha! My turn. There! Strength depleted. I'm sorry.
It's my turn!
Huh, I don't think anybody can revive her. Okay.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Let's go.
No big
It's
deal.
my turn! Ha! It's down!
They're mine! It's my turn! Ha! Let's get him!
An opening!
Stay down!
Good work, Yuna. That was perfect.
It seems like a place to farm new material. A lot of these bosses seem to drop it pretty commonly. Not bosses, enemies. Calling them bosses is an insult to bosses.
Don't let up!
These are the ones that resist magic.
Ignite! Crimson, it's down!
They're mine! All right! You can't just win! Let's get him!
An opening!
My turn. There!
My turn.
I'm up! Come!
Zerum powder.
Fatigue removed.
I see a
Got one
powerful
more of
enemy.
these guys.
This one's strong. Be careful! Initiate! Crimson down!
They're mine!
Let's go. Triumph! Avalon Heart! Let's go.
Time for destruction. Kaboom.
Right!
All right! Time!
Let's go. Right! Now, let's continue onward.
Titania reached level 8. Deva reached level 7.
Locked and loaded!
Stargazer's Tower rooftop. Is there another piece of ore up here?
Seems like a good spot for a break.
Oh! It's another, one of those, like, Loa, Erebonius, and whatever the white one was things. Except this one is the color of piss. Well, you mess with the wrong class.
A powerful foe.
Empty Shade, Loa Phantasma.
This one's strong. Be careful!
And he gets the first turn. And oh no, he absorbed Laura.
It's my turn!
Fuck.
Roar! Helix strike! Not on my watch!
Belle de Doom.
All right!
I'm just gonna drop that. I guess I might as well Burning Heart. Get BP back. She'll lose HP.
My turn.
Detector.
Surge mode activated. Scan complete.
Loa Phantasma. Born from coalesced mana with seemingly infinite power, only those with unyielding will stand to survive its assault.
Not on my watch!
I shall go. Yeah!
It's my turn! Huh.
Here I go!
Initiate Omega Operation!
Here I go! Then let's get him!
An opening!
All cancel.
Here I go!
I was careless.
I'm up!
I expected that to happen.
Yeah!
There you go. Back up, Laura.
I shall go. Arcus, activate.
Let's go! Roar! Helix! It's down!
They're mine!
Bankuo.
An opening! Unforgivable!
Now.
Thanks.
Thank you. My turn.
It's my turn!
I'll handle this.
Right!
Now!
I'll assist!
I'm up!
Chunky.
Initiate! It's my turn! Roar! Helix! It's down!
An opening!
Yeah! My turn. Out.
Thanks.
Thank you. An opening!
It's my turn! Roar! Helix! It's down!
An opening!
Now. Arcus, activate. It's my turn. Time. Yeah.
I'm up! Roar! Helix strike!
I'll handle this.
Right.
Strength
My
down.
turn.
Initiate! Oh!
Now. There.
Is that half
Not on
health?
my watch!
Don't give up.
There's the all cancel and everybody but
Unforgivable.
Laura.
It's my turn! Arcus activate!
My turn.
Right. All right. My turn.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Keep the CP flowing so Laura can continue
handle this.
smashing them to pieces.
Eh?
I'm up!
Oh, it's about to be
Roar!
broken.
Helix
Yeah.
strike!
I'll handle this.
Let's go.
Right.
Now!
An opening!
My turn.
Ignite!
My turn. There. There. They're mine. Here I go. Time.
Let's go! Roar! Helix! It's down!
An opening! Let's go! Now!
An opening!
My turn. Activate Ragnarok. Destroy. Now. Follow me.
Leave it to me!
Goodbye, big monster.
I can see all that swimming.
Spirit incense. Oh, Raiders of the Lost Arts. A trophy earned. You defeated Loa Phantasma. You got Aeonian Emperor Lost Arts. Who can use it? Time, Wind, Mirage, Strength, Arts Attack, Speed, and Evasion. Wow, that's actually pretty damn good. Or Attack Farine, I guess. She already has Surio on, that's why. Can't put another one of those on. That explains everything. Either way, big monster down.
Locked and loaded.
Can even change EX orb stuff here. Okay. St. Ursula's Medical College. All of it is new. Wetlands 1. Let's do this because it's short. It'll be a shorter thing. There's an event over there. Dang it.
It looks strong. Watch out.
This looks like a good spot to cast a line.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's you lot. My, now what are you all doing here? We just decided to stop by, as it were. I didn't think we'd run into you three. Especially you, Blue Blanc. Are you planning on helping us out again? My apologies, dear boy, but given my position, I can't do anything too overt. What I am capable of, however, is sending those lovely ladies along with the Zephyr duo up into the final stage. So then that airship is... But of course, I thought it would be just the thing to suit our needs. You may say I liberated it from our dear companions, the Enhanced Jaegers. Impressive. I doubt anyone in Ouroboros can match your thieving skills. Now, don't think of it as thievery per se. Just a little bit of prestidigitation for you. I imagine your little prestidigitation explains the rumor about Imperial tanks going missing then? Well, methods aside, you must admit he comes through in a pinch. Guess I can't deny that. Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. In any case, I think we have a grasp of the situation now. Apart from maybe one thing. A memorial. Must be speaking of the lance and the helmet. I plan to leave them here as a tribute to my Lord Arianrod's memory. Might not be much for now. When all this is over, we'll come back and pay our respects properly. Good idea. Maybe I'll join you. I'd like to dedicate a monument to her in Legram someday as well. Alas, the world really has lost one of its brightest stars. Yet, even in the midst of all this melancholy, there is still beauty to be found. The blue perlma grass weaving in and out of the Steel Maiden's armor. It is quite a touching sight. I feel it would be only right to preserve this image for all eternity. You mean, take a photo? I'm sure our Lord wouldn't mind. Do as you please. Well, if you're all okay with it, then let's go ahead. Is this like the last photo, maybe? The Phantom Thief is just as brazen as ever, but I will push him from my mind. All that matters is that we give our all to neutralize the salt pail. My arrows will fly straight and strike true. I think you'll be very impressed. Alas, my position rather limits the aid I can provide. Nonetheless, Azure Abyss, Black Fang, Angel of Slaughter, and Severing Eclipse. I will aid you all in the furthest extent that I am able, for a time's sake. Here they are. The lance and the helmet the Lance Maiden, no, Leanne left behind. Something rather mystical about the way they rest here amongst the Blurroa grass. Well, if I got the all clear from the members of the Stall Ritter, it should be okay for me to take a quick picture, right? A nice low-angled shot. Perfect. I'll send it to Rex when I get a chance. Can't interact with it. Let's see.
Hey, let me take... Whoa, here's a little something.
Photo of Claudia. Doors Union rating increased. Not the last photo, unfortunately. Photo of Claudia. Okay, St. Ursula's. I believe this is where Alan's quest was, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in here. It said... I mean, I looked at the guide and it said Alan's thing was in Crossbell. Could be in MWL, though. I don't know where she is. You come to visit again today? St. Ursula Hospital has been open for regular checkups since the war began. I know times are tough, but after pulling off such an intensive surgery, we're ready to handle anything. Doesn't fix everything going wrong in the world right now, but saving a precious human life is a win in my book. That's what keeps me going these days. We have so many visitors coming in today, even though we're on the verge of war. But perhaps it makes sense. People want to see their loved ones before things get too chaotic after all. Yeesh. 1, 2. Oh, hey, it's cargo. 1, 2. I've been in the hospital for a while now. It's made my body weak. That's why I'm doing this rehab. But after just a little bit of Pattery's special kick your ass rehab course, I can almost walk again. Pattery's the best. Sometimes she scares the heck out of me, but she gets results. Oh, and speaking of Pattery, my doctor gave me this book a while ago. Thing is, I got the same exact book from Pattery when she came to visit me. I'm a little worried that if Pattery sees 2 copies of the same book, she'll think I'm not grateful or something. So here, you can have the one my doctor gave me. 3 and 9, Chapter 10. Thanks. This looks like it's the final volume. I like how the moment that dialogue popped up, we got the achievement. I'll be sure to read it carefully. Doesn't it usually say final chapter for when it does that, though? I can do this. Pattery's counting on me. I have to get all better as soon as possible. I think before we start the final mission, we should do a reading of the entire book, rather than leaving it to the very last stream. Because then it ends on a rather anticlimactic note. Hey, Heathcliff. Heathcliff, think Adios, it's really you. Mercedes, what are you doing here? I was distraught when I heard that you had joined the army. So I demanded that Hawkins bring me here to see you. I mean, we have to read it in case we catch the references to the characters later on in the story as we play the future games, right? I'm very sorry. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to worry you, but it seems to have had the opposite effect. I know the feeling all too well. But now that I found you, there's something I want to tell you. Of course, please do. After the war, if our families refuse to give us their blessing, would you run away and elope with me so that we may share our entire lives together? Mercedes, I never wanted to hear anything more. Of course, I vowed to spend the rest of my life with you. Nothing else can make me happier. General Van Dyke has come to St. Ursula Hospital on an official visit. I never thought I would be reunited with Mercedes here. If I have to survive this war so I can return her affections. A love story ending almost happily, as long as he survives the war. I'm totally hopeless at making decisions in these kinds of situations, but it's a wonderful thing to be able to communicate how you feel. Once the war is over, I know that Heathcliff will keep his promise to me. Also, since Keeper of the records, that means we got all the books, I think, so we should be able to get all these.
Wow.
At last, all Courageous 2's book notes are complete. How can I repay you for this favor? Maybe this will do? Black Sumerian ore. Oh. Is this a piece of Black Sumerian ore? Where'd you find it? It's long been in possession of the Imperial Museum where I work. We didn't know of its true value until Professor Schmidt announced his ore research results. I spoke to the chief curator about it, and she agreed to donate to the Radiant Wings. Thank you, Dorothy. Use it well. Completed book note report. What about the other ones?
Oh, wow.
Oh, we actually got a new Master Quartz. Magius. Or Magius. I don't know. It's a Master Quartz. Sure is. Guess who went to do a little interview at the Epstein Foundation while in hiding? I'll spare you the suspense. It was me. Anywho, that's when I got the squirts. I hope it helps. Oh, I see. Thanks, Vivi. I'll make use of it. You can be sure of that. Completed personnel note report. Oh, really? So we only need 80% for that? What for battle notes?
Alright.
80%. You complete over 80% of the battle files. Nicely done. That was a better reward for all that hard work. Chevalier. Yep. A Master Quartz? Where'd you get it? Oh, I was at ZCF over in Liberl studying some of the communications tech they got. They were researching brand new types of quartz there, so I got one. You'll make better use of it than me, I think. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate it. Completed battle note report. Wow.
Tell me if
We are so close to getting A0, but we're probably not going to reach it.
Well, well, not bad at all. Ciao for now, Reen.
You're all of a sudden remembering the black materia. Don't know if you talked to her. I told you, yeah, she said that's. We already read that. Okay, okie dokie. My lady looks more radiant than ever. Given the long-standing familial animosity, I cannot imagine that her parents will ever accept a man of House Andrews. Despite the obstacles in his way, I believe this young man values the grand responsibility of being charged with my lady's heart. Though House Andrews stands as an affront to the very idea of nobility, it is not beyond my comprehension why my lady pines for him so. My lady has chosen to walk a hard road, but I will show my unwavering support. We need to find the last recipe, but I have no idea where it is. Because I think we have all but one. Yeah, we're missing whichever one goes here. And then we should be able to go through all of these to figure out exactly who has the unique dishes for these, and then complete those. The chief told me the good news. Dr. Salen pulled off the surgery. I've been so preoccupied with worrying about everyone who had to fight in the conflict recently. Hearing such amazing news has really perked me up. Apparently the surgery for our patient in the VIP ward was a great success. The news is all over the hospital already. I want to make some delicious food to celebrate, but some people might find it insensitive and get mad. What do you think? The surgical success gives me hope for Nena's operation. I'm glad that the VIP ward patient surgery went well. Nena's next, and I know this will be super encouraging for her. Can we actually go into the VIP ward, or is it locked? That is the question. Actually, I got a letter from my ex-wife who lives in Liberl. She suggested we have a family get-together along with our son and his wife, since we never know when we'll see each other again. I had only just started to turn my life around. I don't feel like I can face my son yet, let alone my ex-wife. Sigh. I can't just keep running away like I used to. I gotta change. There are rumors that the Imperial troops are advancing from the Liberl front. I just hope everyone's careful out there. I'll try and be positive about the reunion when I reply. When I'm home again, I'll discuss this with Lord Tance. I'm just worried my ex-wife will say that I'm running away again, like nothing's even changed. came by to see head nurse Nuez. I was hoping to visit with her for a bit, but alas. I'm afraid she's away on an emergency call in the city. She did say she'd be checking in, though. Well, speak of the devil. Sorry I'm a little late. Oh my, everyone from Thor's is here. Thanks for everything back there. Seems like you've all been busy. Somehow not surprised. Did this scene bug out? I think the scene bugged out. Oh, don't you worry about me. I'm just here to change His Majesty's drip and then it's back to the city. It's just a short journey on the train. Well, we're all just doing what we can. I'll take it you're here to check on Emperor Eugent. That's right. I heard the surgery was successful, but I was still concerned. If she's still here, that means... Here we go. I guess it didn't bug out. It just faded to black so I could get this together. Staying in touch with this home is helping His Majesty's recovery. I've been putting it off for a while now, but I thought that I would say hello to my aunt. The name's Sayland. I thought there must be a family connection. Lucy's a part of the main family. Anyhow, the surgery was a success. With the patient connected to life support, we managed to remove the bullet and close the incision. It was a major surgery and largely unprecedented, but there was enough time to run a simulation. Indeed, the staff did a very good job. It's impressive that the specialized life support machine was ready so quickly considering its rarity, especially with all the adjustments made for His Majesty. That's a sizable task in and of itself. It appears there was some information exchanged between the Intelligence Division and Sayland HQ after the shooting. I heard that the Railway Military Police made sure the transport was safe and timely, too. I see. To think that Major Claire and Lecter are working behind the scenes to help us. Anyway, overall, the surgery was a success, and the patient has been recovering well. Ordinarily, we would still not allow visitors at this point in time. But I suppose I can make a small exception considering the circumstances. You'll let us meet him? He's resting now, but perhaps it'll be less of a strain on him that way. Is that your medical opinion? Fine, I'll permit you visitation rights. I can give you 5 minutes, and please do stay quiet. Oh, hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to visit. Empress Priscilla, how's His Majesty's condition? He's been sleeping well, as you can see. His face looks so calm and serene. It's hard to believe he's just gone through a major surgery. I owe my deepest gratitude to the staff of St. Ursula for saving him. I mustn't forget that. Not at all, Your Majesty. His tenacity and your dedication are just as much to thank. That alone... Would that well wishes alone could do so much. I've long been watching over him, ever since the day I began my service to the palace as a young girl. I looked on as a creeping shadow of gloom wrapped itself around his very soul. The day he lost his beloved Ariel was the day he shut himself off from the world. It's been a long time since I've seen him so peaceful. It truly does bring me joy. Is that right? These will cause you no shortage of stress. Your Majesty! Oh, Priscilla, my dear, forgive me for all the worries I've given you. Don't be silly. It is ever my duty as Empress to support Your Majesty. You're always so kind and considerate. What would I do without you? It is a blessing to be able to see you all again. One I am most thankful for. The honor is ours, Your Majesty. We're just relieved to see the operation went through all right. It's a nice surprise to see you doing so well. Indeed, the source of the curse appears to be leaving the Arner bloodline be. In other words, the curse itself must be reaching its zenith. You'd think I'd be able to see it in my lifetime. This too must be Adios's will. Please forgive us for allowing Your Majesty to have shouldered such a burden for this long. As heir to the Arcade name, I shall take it upon myself to sever Erebonia from the clutches of this grim destiny. I wish we'd brought Princess Alphen and Prince Oliver along too. This is as it should be. My children have their own matters they need to attend to. Of course. Your Majesty, there's something else I have to inform you of. Green tells Emperor Eugene III a brief summary of the final volume of the Black Records. So that's how things are. These records passed down through my bloodline for ages, spelt out history as we knew it. Yet now its eternal chronicle has finally come to a close. I once found myself tormented by these inescapable prophecies, but it seems the end of an era is upon us. Your Majesty, go forth, my young lion cubs. Do not hesitate to follow the path that is true to yourselves. Yes, Your Majesty. We'll push through and find our way, that I promise. Queen Schwarzer, in the same spirit as my ancestors before me, I sincerely pray that you and your father are able to find the closure the two of you so rightly deserve. Soon after, Emperor Eugene III fell asleep once more. Me and the others then left the ward, entrusting his care to Empress Priscilla. Having said farewell to Cecile before her return to Crossbell City, the group resumed their own journey. It seems that you were able to spend your time meaningfully. Yes, in addition to Her Imperial Highness, Empress Priscilla, you were even able to speak with His Majesty. I see. I don't mean to brag about my record of success with high difficulty operations, but this recent one was challenging to an unprecedented degree. A key factor in its success was being able to utilize the artificial cardiopulmonary device provided specifically for the surgery. The Intelligence Division and Royal Military Police truly have my gratitude for making this possible. Judging by your reactions, I'm assuming you know exactly who took care of it. If possible, I'd appreciate you conveying my gratitude to the appropriate parties. Understood. I'll see what I can do. Though I will say, just because the operation was successful doesn't mean we are in the clear yet. From here on out, I'll be working on a rehab plan while I observe his post-op recovery process. Now then, I should get back to work. Jormungand, Mirage, and Shining Steel. Rimaferia will have to keep a watchful eye on all three. Forgive me for not being able to help any more than that. I wish you luck. And Adios willing, I pray that you manage to find hope in all this that no one else could. We'll absolutely try. By the way, about the Major. If possible, could you forget about that for the time being? He's already made up his mind. I fear he may have prepared himself for this from the very beginning. It's better now that you and I concentrate on the task before us. That's the reason I came to this country, not him. Got it. I promise you, we'll find a way to break the hold of this curse once and for all. It's a relief to hear you say that. I'll be wishing you the best of luck. I'm glad I got this last chance to speak with you all. Green, you need to be careful not to push your body too hard. The success of this operation depends on all of you being fighting fit. Check the rest of the hospital now. I think it's mostly deserted aside from the few patients. Okay, Nana, it's time to take your temperature again. Feeling a lot better today. I think my fever's going down. I bet it's all because of yesterday's episode. It was that good. I know, right? I ended up listening in myself. So dramatic. But I guess that's why they call it a radio drama, huh? Anyway, how about we try and get some lunch in you? Okay, I gotta eat as much as I can to build up my strength for the surgery. Once I get better, I'm gonna become the world's most ultimate pianist. Oh no. And then, when I'm super duper famous, I'll get you tickets to come see me play. Lynn has to come too. Oh, Nena, we wouldn't miss it for the world. She must be that Radio Trista superfan Monk and Lynn mentioned a while back. Seeing that grin on her face almost makes the whole acting fiasco I went through worthwhile. Nena seems to have really perked up. That's a good sign as far as the operation's success is concerned. We'll just have to make sure to turn that sign into a reality. They told me the VIP's all done with this operation. That means it's my turn next. It's always been my dream to be a world-famous pianist, so I'm not going to let a little surgery stop me. No, sir. Sigh. Never thought we'd both end up in the hospital together. I was just walking around wool gathering or something or other, and all of a sudden I found myself taking a tumble and snap! The rest is history. This is no laughing matter. What about our house? Now that no one's there, any old crook could stroll in and rob us blind. Now, that's what the military police are for. Plus, I hear the SSS is secretly on the move again. Sigh. The world's up in a tizzy as we lurch into war. But for this old man, it's just another Friday. Don't you think that we both break our bones far too easily? You kidding? Have you seen how ancient we are? And don't try dolling yourself up to hide it either. Only so much lipstick we can put on old granny like you. Well, I never. No matter how old and gray I get, I'm still a maiden at heart. What a great couple. Dr. Salen's big surgery must have been a success considering how relieved everyone looks. Now that is a welcome piece of good news. I mean, it doesn't really affect me at all, but hey, a guy should be happy for his fellow patients. Besides, that proves it. St. Ursula's medical care really is second to none. So I've got nothing to fear going into my own surgery. I hope. Here, Dr. Luke's following in Dr. Letton's footsteps as a field medic. I used to have frequent consultations with him, actually. He's often mentioned how happy he was to get the chance to study here, but war, like illness, can change a person's life in no time flat. Next. Phew, what a relief. The operation went through without a hitch. Thanks in no small part to Dr. Salen's masterful handiwork, of course. Still, no medical miracle can change the fact that the war starts today. Even that old Dr. Lago joined up as a field medic. I have to admit, even I'm a bit worried. But knowing him, he'll just save a whole squadron's worth of lives out there and stroll right back in, smirking all the while. I'll just have to ace my next operation. Maybe draft up a new thesis while I'm at it. That'll take the wind out of the old codger's sails. Parker's working hard on his rehabilitation out front. He's really thrown himself into it ever since Pattery stopped by. Before that, he'd just holed up under the sheets. But seeing him now, you'd never believe it. Today's the day that war finally breaks out. My brother's been posted to the front line of Crossbell where the fighting will be fiercest. I hope he comes home safely. If he doesn't, I just know I'll get a stomach ulcer again. I think we're done. No, wait, we have the front lobby. Can never forget the front lobby. Pretty sure my daughter's room was 202. She should be fit to check out after a few more weeks of medication. In the meantime, I brought her some books to make sure she doesn't die of boredom in here. Morbid jokes. Love them. I took a look at some data regarding the techniques Dr. Salen used during the big surgery. It was an impossibly difficult operation, to say the least. I'm certain only the doctor herself could have pulled it off. But what if I reached that level? I could save so many more lives. That settles it. While Luke's off in the army, I'll hone my techniques bit by bit. Tell him a medical maestro like no one's ever seen before. Luke's probably working his socks off in the military right now. I've been at this residency business longer than him, so I'll have to pull my own socks up if I want to stay on top of my game. They'll be transporting wounded soldiers here once the war begins. As such, we're taking extra care to make certain that not a moment goes by without ample resources and available beds. Fortunately, we received enough funding to cover the medical supplies we'll need. With that, our preparations are complete. All we can do now is watch the horrors of war unfold before our very eyes. We're fortunate enough to receive enough funding to cover the medical supplies we need. Yeah, same last two lines. We relay military medical supplies from the Crossbell in front to the Crossbell in front from this hospital. It's our goal to save as many wounded soldiers as humanly possible, to help in any and every way we can. I think I speak for all of us at St. Ursula when I say that. The Empress passed by earlier. You could practically feel the joy on her face. I also heard the VIP patient's operation was a success thanks to Dr. Sayland and... Wait just a darn second. Don't tell me the VIP patient was the Emperor all along. If the worst came to pass, who knows what would have happened to the Empire, or the war? If anywhere could be trusted with such an important patient, it'd be St. Ursula for sure. It's an honor just to be admitted here. I haven't ever been to another hospital, so I don't have first-hand experience, but you can just tell St. Ursula is the leading hospital on the continent, no doubt about it. Honestly, it's just an honor to be admitted here. I don't think we've ever seen another hospital in the entire series, have we? Not like an actual hospital, at least. I thought I saw someone who looked just like my late son. I was in such a trance chasing after him that I wound up in the headlights of an orbital car. He died in the Civil War, I know he did. And yet, I really believe that maybe, just maybe. It's pathetic, really. Sure, we're on the eve of war, but that's no excuse to act the way I did. Yeah, and now I have this damn concussion to remind me. Feels like my skull's splitting. I'm so glad you're feeling better, Mr. Vanson. I'll be right there with you, so feel free to walk as you please. I appreciate it. Thanks, Siron. I gotta say, you had me worried there when you started shouting that you were Cecile now all of a sudden. But after that, it's like you really were a whole other person. It's thanks to you that I feel like my old self again. I couldn't have asked for a better nurse. I mean it. Aw, Mr. Vanson, you charmer, you. It feels nice to finally be, like, appreciated, you know? If I keep this up, Mephi will see how great a nurse I can be for sure. Siron's a bit of an airhead, and a clumsy one at that, but still, you can't just hate the gal. I don't see anything wrong with staying in her care until I'm discharged. What's the worst that could happen? Is he the one who's been always having trouble in his hospital bed? Our VIP's post-op vitals are looking good. I'd say we've hurdled over the worst of it by now. I'm sure our guys stationed at the front will be glad to hear that. Same goes for everyone who moved over to Amorica. That can wait. The hospital's a lot more crowded than usual today. Plus, we have a relative of Dr. Sayland stopping by. Almost makes you forget this war starts this afternoon. It hardly even feels like it. There's a lot of visitors bustling about today. Still, things feel a lot calmer now that the big operation's done and dusted. Almost makes you forget the war starts this afternoon. The war between the Republic and the Empire that we feared for so long is finally here. Pant, pant. It's stressing me out so much it's making my palpitations worse. Yeah. To Michelin. We might be able to do... I think I should keep going until I complete the Allen quest. I don't have to worry about sleep. Which means we pretty much just go through Michelin Wonderland. Well, here I am at Michelin. Again, time to make the most of it. No war in the world can stop my love. No, sir. I keep coming here even if they pelting me with spears the whole way, and that's a fact. A deserted Michelin is a fantastical wonderland in its own right. You feel that lonesome melancholy wafting out the doors? It gives me the goosebumps, and I love it. Okay. Not a soul on the cruise today, huh? Looks like it. Wonder if Mimi's doing okay. She must be so scared all by herself. Hey Sally, why don't you take off early and go home? This won't be much of a two-guide job today after all. Really? I know how worried you are about your daughter. Go spend some time with her. I can hold down the fort here. Did I really look that upset? Some tour guide I am. Still, thanks. I think I just might take you up on that. I know Sally. Every second she's not working goes to worrying about her little girl instead. I want to be supportive, you know? Give them time together that she's been wanting so badly. Probably a good time for that, too. My husband Abel works for the Governor General's office. He's been snowed in with work now that the Imperial Defense Force has taken over. I was considering staying home with Mimi. It's the least I could do for them in the meantime. I think I'll take the chance to clock out early today after all. So there's no fish here. They said it was on the beach, I think. And this place is mostly empty, so there should be not a ton of people to talk to. Hey, kitty. Must be easier to relax without a visitor around, huh? Visitors around, huh? Yeah. I've gone to an awful fright now that the battle's only hours away. What if Michelin gets hit in the crossfire? Eek, just the thought of it fills me with terror. Perhaps it's best I go back home to Crossbell City. It's hard to escape the turmoil of your own paranoia when you're on your own. At least there, the bright lights of Michelin can help drive some of the worry away. Or here. Still, maybe I'd feel more relaxed back home in Crossbell City. To be fair, I don't think this place would be bombed. It's a amusement park, of all things. Not a military base. Those who reside in the Empire should hate the Republic. But it's a little more complex as a person who works with precious gems. Calvert has many beautiful gemstones that can be mined only there. It doesn't matter where you're from, tastes don't really change. That makes the war all the more tragic. Tendrillin brings the magic of a shining gemstone into the lives of our clients. No matter how chaotic this world becomes, a gem will put a smile on your face. Sure. Whatever you say. You got that, Zell? We're not going to be able to see each other for a while. You can't go letting some other girl steal your heart, okay? Even if she's super cute and really nice, it doesn't matter. You're marrying me, got it? Of course I am, Emmy. I said I'd be your future husband, didn't I? I won't cheat on you, promise. Besides, you're cuter than all those other girls combined to me anyway. Blush. Oh. Both our families are going back home now that the war's about to start. We're saying her last goodbyes now, but something seems a little off about her. I wonder if I said something wrong again. But dump. Zell is certainly shaping up to be a wonderful husband. Yeah, let's go to the hotel. Welcome. You were a guest who were just here, right? We have some rooms available. I hope you consider staying with us. It's my goal to offer the best customer service. You have to predict their needs. That's Maid 101, right? Today's the day the war begins. You can cut the tension in the city with a knife. I don't know what purposes brought you all here, but it seems quite serious. It is most exacerbating that the only thing we can do is send you off. We will be praying for the success of the Special Support Section and for those on the side of the Ashen Chevalier. I hope to welcome you all back to Michelin once more during happier times. I've cleaned the room on the left and made the bed. What's happened to you, Lottie? You could barely get the energy to do anything before. I thought I'd put in the extra effort so I could meet Angelica's high expectations. Angelica, you mean Miss Rogner? Sigh. I guess you're fawning over another guest again. But I guess it doesn't matter as long as you put some effort in. I'll be working really hard to improve myself until the day I meet Angelica again. I'm sure if I do that, she'll have something nice to say. So she's moved on from Mr. Hemisphere to Miss Rogner. Yeah, Wazy. If she's doing her job properly, do I really care what's prompted her enthusiasm? Let's check the other stores. And then we'll check the beach and do that. Last night we were full of customers. It seems souls are deserted today. I wonder what's going to happen to Crossbell. No, this is Wonderland. Only happy faces are allowed here. MWL staff can't look glum even if they're worried about Crossbell's future. It doesn't matter if we have customers or not. We just have to work hard today. Can't break character. Breaking character is means for being fired. The only thing we can do for you is to prepare the best cuisine we can. I know it's not much, but I hope that will boost your spirits. Please, order whatever you like. Last night I got the real-life autograph of the Star Princess Celia trade. I'm going to put up my autograph from Ilya. These are my prized possessions. Christmas is officially over on your side? I mean, it's been over because it's currently 1:01 for me, so it's been over for an hour for me. Well, all that means is that the Christmas music can finally stop. Thank goodness. Sully is totally different when she doesn't have to work. She's really charismatic. Now all I need is Rishia Mao's autograph. Maybe she'll visit the store one day. Maybe. Hey there, welcome. You're my first customers of the day. I've never seen Michelin so empty before. I think I'll close up for the day and think of some new outfits. Verona got an autograph at some point. When I realized it was Sully, I also wanted an autograph. Nothing here. Oh yeah, I should check to see what the quality set itself to. Looks like it's sticking with 720 now. Oh, it's you guys from yesterday. Did it all work out with that lady you were looking for? Gotta say, she had a real smoking pair of... Glare. Oh, what I mean to say is, for information regarding operations or swimsuit rentals, just talk to me. Please and thank you. Romina had some harsh words for me after I finished work yesterday. Apparently I don't have a good enough attitude in front of the guests. I just thought our visitors would appreciate a friendly face more than some hoity-toity formalities. Kinda unfair for how an amusement park has such a slapping theme. It's the background instruments though. The background instruments just really sell it. Welcome. I regret to inform you that the Michelin Station Railway is under strict regulation at present. If you're looking to return back to Crossbell City, why not try taking the cruise ship instead? I had to give Celio a good talking to about how we treat our guests yesterday. He hadn't even bothered to read the employee handbook. Can you believe it? But it should be fine now. I have a feeling he won't do anything to embarrass us again. Isn't that right, Celio? Yes, Romina. I mean, Miss Romina. And that look in her eye is seriously freaking me out. For you, it's a Spanish guitar. It's all for me. It's like always just like the combination of instruments. Like the guitar is good, yes. But like the synth slapping, the synth cymbals, I guess they would be. I don't know what they are exactly. Sort of like a clapping. It's a great beat. There's all the people for the fishing club. I'm gonna catch a really big fish. Looks like all sorts of anglers are gathering by the beach. Wonder if it's got something to do with the rumors I heard about a giant fish being spotted in the lake. Guess I'll ask Adula about it later. The anglers seem to be up to something by the lakeside. It's not clear what, though. The other instruments raises the whole thing about the Spanish guitar sort of the bass for me. I mean, there's parts like this part right here where that's the only thing there. So yeah, it does have its own good time in the spotlight there. Definitely setting it as a solid part of the whole thing. Hey buddy, how's it going up here? I feared we wouldn't get any guests here today, but it turns out I was right. Instead, we have all these fishing enthusiasts out and around. I wonder what's going on. I can't hear what they're talking about from over here. But it looks like they're really into the conversation. I should just go and ask them. And the way the anglers are acting, they must be here on pretty serious business. I should probably just ask them. Time to get fishing. What are all the members of the Fishermen's Guild and the Imperial Fishing Club doing here? Reen, you came at a good time. According to this gentleman here, the legendary Great Guardian was spotted in the lake just this morning. The Great Guardian? Why, anglers have passed down the tale of this great fish for generations. Swallow. Right, I heard tell of it from Mr. Fisher. Old Man Rod filled me in on details just the other day. It's appeared during pivotal points over the course of Erebonia's history. Over the course of history? How old can this fish be? Some claim it's over 500 years old. The fish was officially dubbed with the name Grand Lake Lord. The first known record of its appearance is from the Middle Ages, and my family name, Lake Lord, even originates from its sightings. That's where your name comes from? My ancestors were all absolute fishing fanatics. We have this story in my household, you see. From the simple rainbow trout was the extraordinary Grand Lake Lord born. The great one who shows itself only when pandemonium and turmoil rules the empire. Its glow strange and ever radiant would confound all lake dwellers it may cross. So when such time comes, fish it out by fair means or foul for the harmony of the Wardery world. I take it that means we need to catch it to prevent anything from going awry in this fishing spot. That's our best guess. We don't know whether or not the Grand Lake Lord is stirring up trouble, but the legends say it appeared during the War of the Lions and decimated the diversity of fish in the lake. That bad, huh? With that in mind, we were thinking to take up the challenge to catch this Grand Lake Lord. I consider it fate that the legendary Guardian of the Empire showed itself here of all places. It's been my family's long-held aspiration to see the very fish that inspired our name caught. However, neither myself nor the other Lake Lords are particularly concerned with being the ones to reel it in ourselves, so long as we witness the catch. That's right, how would you guys like to help out? We're gonna need some real skill to catch a legendary Guardian, you know? I don't think this should prove too much of a problem for you, Reen. You got it. I'm happy to help out however I can. How to catch a Guardian. In order to catch the legendary Guardian, you must make Reen the main character. You also need to have over 29 species marked as caught in your fishing notebook. I'm pretty sure I have
I'll
that.
handle this.
I shall go.
It's my turn.
Annabelle sure seems fired up. Unfortunately for her, the rest of you young folk, I've been chasing the Grand Lake Lord for a long time coming. Not to mention I've lived and breathed fishing for decades. I'll show you the sort of edge you get from some real experience. I mean, let's check it out. Fishing. Caught. Fish types caught, 29 out of 30. Also, Yuna's catch count, very nice. Grand Lake Lord. The very fish that gave my family its esteemed name. I've dreamed of seeing it myself since I was but a boy. And now, to honor the Lake Lord name, I will be the one to catch it. You've been working hard to improve your fishing skills, haven't you, Reen? At this point, catching the Grand Lake Lord is seriously within your power. Well, assuming I don't catch it first, may the best angler win. Challenge accepted. The Grand Lake Lord is a legendary fish living in the coastal waters here. I have some spare time before the operation. Might as well try to reel the prize catch in. The Grand Lake Lord, a legendary fish that has lived for over 5 centuries. How could I not get excited after hearing that? Reen, you and Kenneth can try all you like, but I'm going to be the one to catch it.
There's a school of fish.
I've been thinking about why the Guardian of Imperial Legend would be in Crossbell. For the sake of Crossbell's future, we gotta catch it before it kills all the fish. I wish I could do it. Thing is, I just don't have the knack for angling like you do, Reen. The Fishermen's Guild and Imperial Fishing Club have been working in tandem to carry out an investigation into local ecosystems. Gotta say though, I never thought we'd find ourselves casting lines together. Even if we're in the middle of a serious job regarding the ecosystem of our lakes, I can't help but feel real jazzed up about it. Time to catch ourselves a really big fish.
There! Got a bite! Oh, it got away. There! Got a bite! This is promising.
Gotcha, boy. Angler God, master of...
Wow, this is a rare one.
Caught mystery fish. It's a giant rainbow trout. Bruh, that was amazing. Well, look at that. Not that I ever doubted you. Well, you got me beat fair and square. How truly refreshing. This officially marks the end of a mighty struggle that has raged for centuries. Been witness to the birth of a brand new legend. Well, it was pretty tough. I'm glad I managed to even pull it out of the water. I would have never had a chance if I hadn't learned from the very best. I just hope I didn't take the fun away from the rest of you, though. Always so modest. Expert Angler is no longer sufficient title to recognize your achievements. From this point forward, you'll be known as Divine Angler. Divine Angler. Same title Estelle and Lloyd earned themselves. Compared to that, I'm greener than this here lake water. Estelle and Lloyd too? I hadn't realized. Oh really? Shall I also bestow the ultimate title of Fishing Emperor? Ah, you'd fit right in with Dad, William, and I in that case, Reen. But I think there must be a better title for catching the legendary Guardian. A better title than Fishing Emperor? Is there really such a thing? What do you think, Pops? I think you're absolutely right. Let's give this young man the same title I hold, Angler God. Here, go on and take this. Angler God badge. Father, have you gone insane? Wait, what? Father, wait, that means you're Kenneth's grandfather. Also known as Lake Lord I, founder and president of the Lake Lord Company. I had no idea. Didn't expect that. Well, yes, that'd be me. To be frank, I'm astonished. Sigh. I truly wish you'd take your role as company president more seriously. That aside, are you really sure you should be giving Reen the same title you hold? Of course, he's done more than enough to earn the right to bear that accolade. As the current representative of the Lake Lord family, allow me to thank you again. You did well to catch the Grand Lake Lord. You'll still need to keep a close eye on things, but I expect the waters of the Empire will turn out to be far more peaceful now. I really don't think I did anything that special. Well, all the same. It's not like you can need a title, so it's no use to me. There you have it. Guess you're officially an Angler God, Reen. You clearly know your way around rod, so feel free to give us advice on how we should run the Lake Lord Company anytime. We'd be glad to hear from a real enthusiast. I really don't think it'd be right for me to tell you how to run your business. But if you ever need my help, just let me know. Anytime. I'll come running with my fishing rod again. Works for me. Thanks. So now I caught the really big fish. I can't believe that he's Lake Lord Company's president. What an honor to be in his presence. When war comes, we won't have this privilege anymore. What a great memory to have made. A person who can hook the Grand Lake Lord is certainly a person to look up to. As head of this Fisherman's Guild branch, and as an honest fellow angler, I give you my full respect and admiration. Thanks. Sure, it was a blast rubbing shoulders with the Imperial Fishing Club. Sure, things may be a little rough lately, but that really put a smile on my face. I cannot thank you enough. Once I get home, I'll put the results in order. I think I'll listen to the radio as I work and catch up on how the war is developing. It was a blast getting to fish with everybody like this. We even got to see the birth of a brand new fishing legend, and I can't think of how it could have gone any better. Yeah, it was like a dream come true. Now that it's over though, I can't help but feel a little sad. So this is where Kenneth and I part ways. I still haven't told him how I feel, but... Aw, don't look so down, Annabelle. Our fishing tour of the continent is going to be just as fun, maybe even more so. Kenneth, you remembered? You're absolutely right. I'm so excited about it I can barely sleep. I even rushed down and bought some new traveling boots this morning. Yeah, I'm really excited myself. And not just about the fishing, I'm excited to go on an adventure, just you and me. Huh? The thing is, I really like you, Annabelle, and I want to be with you, always. You were trying to tell me the same thing yesterday, weren't you? Yes, that's exactly right. I love you, Kenneth. I have for a long time now. Looks like all's well that ends well. The ship has sailed. Hey, Reen, I take it you heard our conversation? I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, really. I just couldn't help it over here. That said, let me be the first to say congratulations, Kenneth. Aw, thanks. Didn't want to leave anything half finished, you know? Oh, more dialogue. I'll move out and prepare for the operation in a bit. Just want to take care of a few things in the time we've got left. Glad to see some people aren't as dense as our main hero here. Yeah. Kenneth is walking into the jaws of death, but there's something about this that's just so thrilling. I'm glad I met a youngster like you, Rain. Not only are you the angler god now, but you're also a good pal of my, Kenneth. I look forward to seeing more of you in the future. I'll be looking forward to that too. I'm not going to lie, it's mighty disappointing I couldn't catch the big one my family's longed for all this time. But maybe there's another big one out there. I just gotta search for it. I can see where Kenneth gets it now. The way you handled your rod as you brought the Grand Lake Lord was a true sight to behold. Loath as I am to cede it, you have proven yourself a worthy successor to the possessor of the title of Angler God. Live well and fish even better, so that you never sully this great honor. There, Kenneth and Annabelle are deep in conversation. I trust you to do right by her, my son. Alright, let's see what that Angler badge is exactly. Angler God badge. Speed 10, accuracy 100%, balance down for 1 turn. Proof of receiving the Angler God title, bestowed upon those who catch the legendary Grand Lake Lord. And we kinda have to go back to the Courageous for a second. Specifically to... here? Because I think we should be able to turn in that fish. Or something else. But we have to find Freddy. Who's right there.
You've got good taste.
Sinan gem. Okay. Mine.
Come again.
Visitor attendance is at an all-time low today, just like management predicted. Not much you can do with the war looming, I suppose. But as much as a ghost town as we've become, we still have a duty to keep our shops and attractions running. The bonus for you guys is that there's no lines. Hope you have a magical-tastic time out there. We got a new part-timer in yesterday. Pattery, I think her name was. I'm sorry, what? That girl really knows what she's doing. She's been a great addition to the team. Maybe I'll have her cover a few shifts for me next time I get the chance. Oh yeah, she was there, but permanently? I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but we're almost on the brink of war, huh? I heard someone say there's no winners in war, only losers. No one likes getting hurt, so why do people keep on hurting each other? Sweep, 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 sweep. There's not a lot of visitors today, so there's not much to clean up. Having everything spick and span is nice and everything, but it does get kind of lonely without all the visitors laughing and running around. Oh, Mishi, no matter how chaotic this world becomes, your beauty will eternally endure. I like the real Mishi too, of course, but even he could never compare to your timeless transience. Got some real hardcore Meshlamites in this fandom, huh? War this, war that. That's all I ever hear about, day in and day out. It really starts to get to you after a while. But in the back of my mind, keeping me sane, is the floral brilliance of your blossoming visage. Oh, Mishi, you're my only solace, my guardian angel. You're crazy busy up until a few days ago, but now, totally deserted. Guess it was the right move to scale down our usual merch orders. They said they'd be giving out more complimentary tickets once the war begins. We've been pretty light on traffic this week, but I think we can expect our numbers to pick up soon. Thank you for coming to Michelin today, everyone. Me and Mekamishi are performing a dance for everybody right after lunch. Feel free to join in the fun. Halt! How many times must I remind you? I have regained my memories. My real name is Schneider. I am your brother. I must insist you call me as such, dear sister. You, why would I do that? No way am I related to someone like you. I mean, look at you. You got a big metal face and an even stiffer personality. You're no fun to mess with at all. Your words have hurt me to my core processor unit. This is the thanks I get for changing your diapers when you were a baby. Looks like rough seas ahead for Mekamishi. Or, well, Miss Schneider, that is. They added Miss Schneider's backstory into the Mishi canon during yesterday's show. Miss Schneider, what a peculiar yet fascinating family tree. Quite a shocking turn of events. It is intriguing to say the least. I hope that me and my sister can come here again after the war is over. Dear sister, what will it take for you to accept me as your brother? Oh wow, Mekamishi, I didn't think your big metal eyebrows could droop down even more. I know, if you keep up with my dancing, then maybe I'll think about considering you part of the family. You really mean it? In that case, allow me to show you how Miss Schneider breaks it down. Silly. We'll go right to left. We usually go left to right, but let's mix it up a bit. Welcome to the Haunted Villa. Why not come in for a ride? Admission is free for today. Okay, so we can do that if we want. I guess if you want to try for a perfect score or something. Which, unless I have to, I'm not going to do that. Sorry this is short notice. The actor we planned on using suddenly cancelled on us. We got two of our staffers playing Michette and Miss Schneider, but that can only get us so far. The show can't go on without its star after all. Gaha! Happy to help. Got him in a bit nervous. Been a while since I wore this thing. I can feel those old instincts coming back already. I got Mishi in my blood. My butt. Cough, cough, splutter. Are you alright? I'm fine. Just got a whiff of my old man smell. Getting older ain't easy. Anyhow, you go ahead and leave the star and roll to old Mishi here. Thank you again. There aren't a lot of visitors today, but I'm sure they'll all be looking forward to the show. I feel like we just saw something we shouldn't have. Well, I do remember that the person playing Mishi was a real veteran, but this particular Mishi seems to be quite the character. I now know the true meaning of ignorance is bliss. Hehe, oh my, it's you again. I haven't had a lot of friends come and visit me today, so it makes me super happy that you did. Wow, his voice sounds totally different now. Whoever's in there must be pretty skilled at mishifying themselves. Oh, did you hear what we were just talking about? Well... so one of the older guys is inside the costume today, huh? This is still within Michelin Wonderland. You should probably refrain from careless acts like that. To be honest, I really didn't want to hear such things. I was a little surprised, but don't worry, we won't tell anyone. Thank you, I've been a little careless myself. Cough. By the way, have you heard about some talk of a battle plan? To be honest, I don't want my daughter or you to take any risks. I know there's no way to stop you. You've made the important decision to fight for the fate of the world, after all. I'll be praying for your safety. Please take care, everyone. Thank you. Crossbell's going to be at the front lines. Dad, you don't need to be careful. You need to be careful. Thanks, Yuna. Don't push yourself too hard. Me, your mom, Ken, Nana, we all need you to be okay. Don't worry, I won't do anything that will make you guys sad. When I think about how great your responsibility is, I realize how ridiculous it is to tell you not to push yourself too hard. Hey dude, when I end stream, you was hoping to show me a parody of an opening of this game and coins to show me, and I do mean this game. A parody of the Cold Steel opening? Cold Steel 4 opening? I can't stop myself from worrying, but I know you're all going to come home safely. Oh, is Beryl not here today? I was hoping to have my fortune read again. I wonder where she is. Dora's campus, of course. I'm very sorry, but Beryl's fortune telling is closed today. It's fine if you want to take a look around inside, though. I'm guessing there's absolutely nothing in here. We'll just teleport to the Ferris wheel area if there's nothing here. I knew it was a good idea to come in here. Oh, I actually can't teleport out. So what, do you want me to just, like, throw the parody trailer on the screen and I'll just watch it? Here's the link just in case. Okay. Well, I can look at the link later. We have other stuff to do right now. We use the special Mishy shaped scoop to make our Mishy ice cream. You need to carefully mix 2 types of ice cream in the scoop. It's just enough to it's enough to just let you know what you think. Okay. I'll watch it after the stream then. You have lots of requests for Michette ice cream too. The experts are working on it now. Hopefully it'll be available by your next visit. Prices are soaring now. We may also have to increase our prices once the war begins. We should try the gravy on our Michette grill before the price rises. If you only eat one thing in the park, let it be this. You'd be missing out if you left MWL without trying one. We've been lucky that everywhere we go we haven't had to wait, but maybe we should take the hint, like everyone else. Yeah, the war does start this afternoon after all. Maybe we're the only ones who can relax considering what's going on. But as long as we're here, we should try and make the most of it. And there are no restrictions on the rides. We'd be fools if we missed this chance. Huh. Meet me at the boathouse in Crossbell and we'll talk more. Okay. I did say we would basically end it with that, so... Boathouse. Oh, my eye. Boathouse in Crossbell. This must be the place Bridget mentioned. Come on, out. you're so... That voice. Sounds like someone's there. We could be getting ourselves into something dicey, but I think we ought to check it out. So it's over there. Soldats? What the heck's going on over here? Zauber soldats, no less. Why are you trying to stop me, Bridget? The 2nd Division finally signed off on letting me use these things, so here I rushed over to Crossbell, all for you to say that. Don't you hear yourself, Alan? Please think about what you're saying. Can't you see something's wrong here? It was your dream to be in the 4th Division. Why would you throw that away to fight in the front lines? You don't have to worry about me. With these Zauber soldats, I'll be totally fine. I'm happy that you came all this way to see me. But I need to hurry and get to Tangram Fortress. The war's not going to wait. All I ask is that you think about the bigger picture, Bridget. Or are you going to stand in the way of us crushing the Republic? Alan, Looks like we made it in time. It's you. Thanks for coming, everybody. Well, if it isn't the traitors from Thor's. Last I heard, you were working on some pathetic scheme. The Radiant Wings, was it? Did you come here to turn yourselves in? Alan. Looks like he's been completely taken over by the curse. Vera said Bridget asked her for advice yesterday. Do you think... I really am stunned by just how foolish you've become. The Empire has Operation Jormungand and the Imperial Fortress at its disposal. In the face of such military might, resistance is absolutely futile. If you know that and still choose to betray our country, you deserve everything that's coming to you. Even so, I'll be merciful and not arrest you here today. It's the least I can do. Go ahead and struggle right to the bitter end. Thor's alumni. Same goes for you, fallen hero. What do you mean by that? You really are clueless, aren't you? You were the Ashen Chevalier, the hero destined to lead Erebonia to greater glory, but you betrayed us. No one is going to rely on you anymore. The Empire needs a new hero, a new symbol of hope, and I'm just the man for the job. So he's going to take control of 3 soldats at once, and use them all at the same time. He's completely delusional. Oh, Alan, isn't there anything we can do for him? This misguided patriotism, not to mention his obsession with heroism. Looks like the curse really has its hooks in him. It's twisted his desire to protect Bridget into a single-minded devotion to the Empire itself. Bridget, I have an idea. See if you can buy me a little time. If it'll bring Alan back to his senses, I'll try anything. Rin and the others put their heads together to make sense of the situation and devise a countermeasure. The Great Twilight is probably affecting some specific emotion of Alan's and twisting it out of proportion. And since it's taken hold of him, he's become more and more unhinged. I guess you would know, having been a sacrifice yourself. Yeah, Fate has a weird sense of humor. Honestly, Bridget is probably the only one who will be able to pull Alan back from the brink. We've seen others recover from the curse. If this plan works, we'll be able to save Alan too. But first, we're going to need someone who is close to him to give him a nudge in the right direction. Makes sense? But who would that be? You knew him pretty well when we were still students, Reen. I've got someone much better in mind than myself. He was in the same club as Alan. They were as thick as thieves back then. Well, as much as 2 rivals can be anyway. Ah, I know who you're referring to. He should be over at the field exercise camp by Ursula Road. You need to go to the field exercise camp and ask Patrick for help. Alan, please don't do this. Don't make me repeat myself, Bridget. You don't have to worry. I'm stronger than I used to be. Patrick ought to be at the field exercise camp. At the field exercise campsite off Ursula Road. You should go talk to him. And he is there. We talked to him. Patrick, problem. Major problem. Patrick, do you have a minute? There's something I need to talk to you about. Sure, what's up? I'm guessing this isn't about battle strategy. After coming to terms with the news about Alan, Patrick agreed to help. As a fellow classmate, Ferris also insisted on participating in the plan. I can't believe it's come to this. Bridget was so upset, I didn't know what to tell her. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I guess that's what happens when the Great Twilight and the curse start spreading this much. If we're going to have any chance of stopping him, we have to move fast. The problem is getting there in the first place. I've only known Alan a little over 2 years, but he's one of the most hardworking people I've ever met. In spite of that, I think his commoner background still bothers him, even if he doesn't realize it on a conscious level. Bridget's father is a baron, after all. That's quite a divide in terms of class. Her parents still don't think Alan is a good match for her, engagement or no engagement. Maybe he thinks becoming some kind of hero would finally make him worthy of her. I guess he's not as confident in himself as we thought. Everybody's got some kind of darkness in their heart. It simply manifests in different ways for all of us. If I'd stayed the way I was when I first enrolled at Thor's, I could just as easily be in Alan's position right now. I can't really argue that. I'm in no position to judge either. But that's exactly why we have to show Alan that he's not alone and bring him back to his old self. Even if we have to do it by force. Yeah, you're right. Alan's got 3 Zauber soldats on the outskirts of town, correct? We'll probably have to fight our way through. Sigh. He sure isn't making it easy for us, but we can't back down. Green, are you guys ready? If you proceed, a high level Divine Night Battle will begin. Be sure you are thoroughly prepared. Yeah, anything about Bridget's going through, I can't sit still. Please hurry. Might as well save. See what happens. Because it's a high level Divine Night Battle. Try to get through to Alan. You'd better not waste any time. Let's go. Right behind you. I'll be joining you as well. Alan is my classmate too, and I have to think of Bridget. But Ferris, I thought we agreed. Let us take care of that. Vincent, you're here too? I guess I should have known you'd catch wind of this. Apologies, dear sister. You know how I love meddling. I don't know if it counts as meddling. This concerns us too. We're all Thor students here. It wouldn't hurt you to rely on us a little. Don't worry. We set things up so we can seamlessly integrate into your strategy. It's worth having as much help as you can to bring Alan back, right? We also have a trick up our sleeves to deal with the Zauber soldats. Patrick, remember what we discussed before? It's all fixed up and ready to go. Hey, nice work. Alright, let's put this plan into action. Good luck. Bring back the Alan we all know and love. Right. Si, senor. West, saving Officer Alan started. Important quest. Patrick and Ferris joined up with Reen, and the 3 made their way to where Alan was. They also contacted other classmates who might be able to talk some sense into their former classmate. Miraculously, every single one of them agreed to heed the call for help. The other team members stayed behind to guard the Courageous too. Enough. I can't believe you're being so obstinate. Get out of my way, Bridget. I can't afford to waste any more time here. Alan, what are you... Who's the obstinate one here, Alan? You gotta treat a lady with a softer touch, my friend. That voice. So basically everybody that is from Cold Steel 1 and 2. Hiya, Bridgie. Yo, Alan. Been a while. Sorry it took so long. Yours Military Academy's 221st class is here to see you. Those of us who could come on short notice, at least. Don't forget about me. You all came. Even you, Milliam? Us too. We couldn't afford to miss out on this. Don't forget it was Kleist & Co.'s high-speed ships that got you all here. You couldn't do this just for anyone, but a classmate's a classmate. Oh yes, just like the gluten that holds together an exquisite baguette, the bond between Thor's graduates is special. Don't make me laugh. You're nothing but traitors, all of you. As if that weren't bad enough. You just had to join them, didn't you? What are you doing here, Patrick? Come to pity a poor soldier headed to war? What's with you, Alan? You and Patrick used to be such good friends. He's so aggressive all of a sudden. It's like the years we spent together at the academy never even happened. This is what the curse does to people. It digs up old insecurities and picks away at them until they consume you. Alan, we all came here when we heard what was happening to you. And I have to say I'm disappointed. As your friend and rival, it is my duty to tell you, all this posturing, it's pathetic. What? Look, I understand where you're coming from. You worked so hard to get into the 4th Division. It must have been frustrating being eclipsed by so many overachievers. Then there's the matter of Bridget's parents. They may not have outright condemned your relationship, but they didn't exactly celebrate it either. There's only so much that hard work can achieve before you hit a wall, and I have a feeling you've learned that the hard way. But you know what? I prefer seeing you frustrated. What you're doing now is just using power with a shortcut. You're throwing away the very work ethic that made you special. From where I'm standing, that doesn't look like progress. Looks more like giving up. It wounds me to say this, but you're acting the part of the talentless commoner, and that isn't you. You're saying I'm running from my problems? How dare you, Patrick? What would you know about that? About anything? Oh boy. He's powering him up. Blimey, the hell is that? Looks like he's linked to it. This could be bad. The curse of the Empire is totally consuming him. There's only one way left to settle this. Come, Valimar. Well, it's Valimar. In the flesh, metal, and a spiegel, too. That sword. Aw, am I warming the bench already? Fool, this isn't a rivalry. There's no need for you to get involved. This is a Miri and Tachi Rin used before. Nice callback. We just so happened to pick it up and had it repaired. So this is your cursed comrade. It hangs heavily upon him. I can sense an ebon mist encircling his body. The soldats he's controlling are also completely linked to the Great Twilight. Regard him with the same caution you would a Divine Knight. Tread carefully, my Awakener and his friends. Right. Let's do this. So this is your grand plan? You can't harness a Divine Knight's true power with that sword. And as for the Spiegel, you've got some nerve trying to take me on in that defective hunk of metal. Allow me to show you just how superior these Zauber soldats are at maximum resonance. Rin, Patrick, the rest is up to you. Break this curse and bring Ellen back to us. Leave it to us. Time for the final push. Patrick, Valimar, get ready. Yes. Isn't this one of the Cold Steel 2 musics? This whole mission is just a callback. I love it.
Let's go!
Level 142, technically.
Shit! It's down and opening!
It's what played when we fought the Ions. Oh no, okay. It would have been better if they used Cold Steel 2 music. But that's just my opinion, man.
You're mine! Now, let's show them a thing or two!
Oh, he's gonna get hurt.
Take this!
Oh, ouch.
Take this!
Let's go!
He's getting the tar kicked out of him.
Shit! It's down and opening!
Allow me!
A double attack to the enemy's vitals.
Here I go!
Okay, I think the right idea here would probably be just Geoquake. As we eliminate them, it just becomes easier and easier.
There! You're mine!
We're gonna have to take a turn healing after these two smacks that we get.
It's my turn! Spirit!
My turn! Spirit! Allow me!
He's gonna get hit hard, so defend.
Let's go! Now!
I don't know which one I'm hitting. Hopefully it's the one I was targeting the whole time. Wonderful. The ideal.
Here I go! Charge!
Allow me! There! Take this!
Let's go! Ha! Now! An opening!
One down.
Now! There! Take this! You're mine! Take this! Allow me! I'll charge you!
It's my turn! Spirit!
You're mine! Take this!
I'm up!
He's about to get hit for a ton of damage.
It's my turn!
See, I can stop one of their attacks. Yeah, I can. Seal 100%. Okay.
Now, an opening!
Allow me. Spirit.
Yeah, I hope this helps.
Allow me. Ha! Too easy. Ha! There! You're mine! Take this! You're mine! Take this!
Let's go!
He's almost as annoying as when he fought Cedric and Testarossa.
Here I go! Spirit!
Allow me. There!
I'm up! Recharge!
Now, let's show them a thing or two.
Now. There.
There! Allow me.
Not as passionate, but still a lot of noise. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Ha! Too easy. You're mine. Take this. You're mine. Take this.
Let's go! It's down! An opening!
Allow me. Ha!
Here I go! Charge!
There! Ha!
We're not gonna have any issues. High-level Divine Knight fight. Ha.
Let's go!
And broken.
Allow me. Ha! Too easy. You're mine. Take this.
One more hit, and he's down.
I'm up! Get back! Now! An opening!
My turn. Huh.
Allow me. There. Now, let's show them a thing or two. Take this. You're mine. Take this. Allow me.
Oh.
I'll charge you.
Let's go!
Nice dodge.
I'm up! Yeah!
Take this. You're
Still gets a hit in.
Take this.
And a follow-up.
Let's go! Now! An opening!
Allow me. Ha!
Yeah, spirit.
Let's go! Spirit!
Take this. Allow me. Ha! Too easy. Please, let's go.
Leave it to me!
There. Take this! Shining Edge!
That's a big chunk.
There! You're mine! Take this!
It's my turn.
My turn. There.
Allow me! There! Too easy! You're mine!
It's a real shame not every alumni can make it. Yeah. It is a shame, but they're all busy helping out the war effort.
All right. Nice work.
What was that flash? Very bright. Ah. How could I lose? This is impossible. I can't accept this. I won't. I'll never admit defeat. I had to protect Bridget with my own two hands. That'll knock him out of it. Why? That's what I want to know, Alan. Are you trying to do this all alone? Why do you always do this? Can't you just accept our help for once? This has nothing to do with class. You and I both have something we want to protect. Why can't we do it together? Together? Alan, you're not alone in this. That frustration you feel burning within because you despise your own weakness? Something I know all too well. It's something that consumed me when I became the sacrifice for the Great Twilight. I thought I had to shoulder that whole burden myself. I also know what it's like to let your pride get in the way of seeing yourself for who you really are. Thanks to everyone from Class 7 and the fencing club, I started to surmount my arrogance and grow as a person. I swear in the bonds we built together, I will bring you back to your senses. Green, Patrick. We've only spent 1 year with you guys, but it's thanks to that time we had together that everybody's standing here now. Though we weren't in the same class, even between club meetings and joint lessons, we were still connected in a way, weren't we? We all went to the same school festival too, remember? And even when the Civil War broke out, everyone in Thor's banded together to try to stop it. None of us could have done that alone. Right, lifting each other up is what's allowed us to ascend to further heights. In a way, seeking strength from each other to compensate for our own shortcomings is what brought us together. Nobody's perfect. We've all got our own problems to deal with. That needn't be a bad thing. A lot has changed since then, but our bonds remain as strong as ever. Guys... Besides, you're not the only one who's had it hard since you graduated. Oh, sounds like my dog needs me to stop playing. Besides, you're not the only one who's had it hard since you graduated. No shame in reaching out to any of us, you know? Yeah, I've got so many connections these days. Hey! Come here. I'll pet you so you can stay quiet for a bit. Yeah, I've got so many connections these days, I'm sure I could hook you up with whatever you need. You can also count on the Floral family. We're plenty connected too, and we are all too happy to answer the call when Bridget asked. Can you do the same and let us help you? And this isn't a one-sided deal either. Seeing you give 110% in everything you did always inspired me. I want to repay the favor if you'll let me. Same here. You all gave me the confidence to carry on. You may not have noticed it at the time, but it still meant a lot to me, to everyone. But we're all the same as you, Alan. We're all just trying to be better and help each other out as best we can. That's just life, right? We're only human after all, Just part of what makes life so interesting. I didn't even notice Beryl there at first. Beryl? When did you get here? Oh yeah. She wasn't there at first. Nice to see her just as stealthy as ever. See, Alan? This is what we're talking about. Every single person came here because they were worried about you. Because they all wanted to help. Beryl really sticks out in the crowd with the all-black getup. Now let me tell you, that isn't just the sweetest thing you've heard all month. I guarantee you'll be surprised how much we've all grown in the last 2 years. You can rely on us, you know? You might say I have a wee bit of experience dealing with stubborn arses. Right, Hugo? I have no idea who you're referring to. But I do think you could stand to be a little more flexible, Alan. Relying over much on your own power could make you lose sight of what's really important. All this just for me? I've been thinking all this time. It's nothing to be ashamed of, Alan. Take a step back and think. What is it you really want? We win! The curse is no more. What's most important to me? Of course, it's been right in front of my face all along. And so, Alan came to his senses and apologized, shortly before passing out from exhaustion. As he lay in the arms of his lover, his expression was one of peace and relief, as if a great weight, a curse, had been lifted from his heart. It had been a grueling battle on all fronts, but everyone agreed it was worth it to bring their old friend back to his senses. No need to worry, the curse has been lifted. It was afflicting him for so long that he's not going to be up and on his feet again right away. I've done what I can, but the rest is up to Alan. He'll wake up eventually, it'll just take time. Phew, that's a relief. We wouldn't let something like this keep him down, he'll be fine. Thank goodness. And thank you all. Thank you for bringing my Alan back to me. I don't think I've ever felt happier in my life. We really didn't do all that much. Alan laid the groundwork. It's thanks to the bonds that he made at Thor's that we were able to get through to him. Gotta admit, I didn't think so many people would make it. We even had people we didn't call showing up. Just goes to show that good friends will always come running when you're in trouble. So many people helped out with this, I don't know how I'll ever be able to thank them enough. Hugo said he'd take care of the Zauber soldats for us. He probably feels guilty for all the trouble he caused. We've already come this far, so nothing's gonna stop us now. That's what being Thor students is all about. That reminds me, Elliot, you said you were in touch with the military, right? Yeah, I got my dad to revoke Alan's transfer to the 2nd Division. I know Lieutenant Colonel Neithar was worried about him. I'm looking forward to giving him the good news. Yes, I'm sure he'll be relieved. Alan's going to need plenty of rest and care, but I'm sure Bridget is up to the task. We'll give you two some privacy. Sure. Thanks again for all your help. I don't know when I'll see you again, but you can bet Alan and I will both be cheering you on. Be praying for the success of your big plan. Thanks, we'll give it our all. Next time we meet, it'll be a brighter tomorrow, one free from the great twilight. Excellent, I'll be holding you to that. Saving Officer Alan completed. Kyosho Gem, 10,000 Mira, Reunity rating increased. We'll talk to them real quick. I finally have Alan back. Thank you all so much. Our pleasure. Honestly, I never imagined we'd gather up so many people. Things are going to get worse before they get better, though, so please look after Alan for us. Of course, you can count on me. I wish I could be more useful to all of you, but I will be praying for your success. This is the best side mission for you. It was a great fan service moment, bringing all the people from the old Thor's classes back. From Cold Steel 1 and 2. That showed up in the games. Alan is exhausted and has fallen asleep. Alan, this is the time when we need to stay strong the most. It's also a very short and sweet, to the point mission. No fluff. all serious. Both Alan and I will be cheering you on. We're wishing you the best of luck with your operation. Okay, well, I need to, take care of this dog, so I am going to just find the save button real quick. Here it is. Seeing them all together doing their own things from a military school. Yeah. So wholesome. It's a great moment. Alright, well, I'll watch your thing after I shut the stream off and take care of my dog, so I will see you later. Probably tomorrow, we'll see. Who knows. Most of the stuff that I do on the weekends has been canceled for the holidays, so more time for streaming. Have a good night. Or morning. It's 2 o'clock, right? 2:06. Yep.